I was trying to find Tylenol.
On that note, we're live finding Tylenol. It's an exciting day. Welcome back to Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
Oh, you need aloe vera.
Oh, I did.
Joining me as always, discussing the aloe vera quest, Chestnut, Nyx, and Squall. Ryan sadly will not be joining us today, so his character is
dead.
Walking politely behind quietly, which is very unlike his normal behavior.
Sick burn.
When last we left our heroes, they paused for a second because I want to make sure gifts in frame. Okay, good. No, you're good. I just wasn't sure because the camera expects another picture over there. So, we're all good. When last we left our heroes, you guys had made it into the court of the Moonlit King, the court of the Shadow Fae. Initially finding yourselves not really unwelcome as much as ignored. Except for Squall, who had already forsworn allegiance to the Moonlit King. Through some dancing, some showing off, and some attempts to not be violent or out of place, you guys did at least get to the point where you can see everything. And Squall, meeting a Lady Fate Spinner, as she deemed herself, was offered a quid pro quo. They have to stop the wedding of the Fate Spinner's niece, Rhiannon, to a dreadful bad person, according to the Fate Spinner. Again, you guys don't know, you haven't met him. And in exchange, she will get you all a court appearance, audience, that's the word, audience, with the Queen. No one seems to mention the king. It's weird. Like, everyone talks about allegiance to him. You know, no one bats an eye when you guys reference the Moonlit King. And you have learned his name, Arwen. But, no one mentions him directly. Anyway, you were told to meet on a rock on the top of a hill at dawn in order to see Rhiannon. And as you guys were walking out there, Dagna got away from you. And chasing her down, you found her mesmerized walking into a forest with a truly massive spider. Also, as the last side note of importance, it was verified that Nyx has some type of history here, to the point that they were strongly advised to hide themselves and not be their true form in this place. But I don't know that any of you overheard that, but Nyx is currently running around as a satyr. You might have. I don't remember exactly what you heard or didn't hear. I put that on you. Do I need to turn off that water?
No, I was hearing double of everything because I clicked on Discord when Kitsu posted the link, and so the stream was playing through Discord, and I'm like, I have no windows open. Why am I hearing two of everything? What is happening? I'm like, okay, it's fine. I found it. It's closed. You sound so soothing live though.
You need to not have echo Oana.
And continue.
Yeah, there you guys are. You're halfway up a hill in a little copse of trees, seeing Dagna getting distracted and looking up at a giant spider. There are several other animals and fairies and assorted creatures just kind of walking almost entranced up to the creature. What do you do?
Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah. Storyteller.
Are we feeling any pull at all?
Are you seeing this?
No.
I'm gonna just run up to the spider.
Okay. You go running up, push your way past other people.
I'm gonna reach for her, but she's just small and wily.
Also with a 30 strength, so she just drags you along.
Spider's like, yes, lunch.
I say that was almost why until the last second I had Rosen really strong was to do that nonsense to everyone. But anyway, you come pushing your way past. Do you like fly up to be face to face with the spider, or are you staying on the ground?
I am flying up to face to face, and I am going to fling open my arms and say, "I've missed you," and hug it.
Make a dexterity save.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
If I see it attack her, I want to cast a spell if you'll let me, and I'll prepare it so that if it doesn't go off, I'll spend the spell slot.
As Chestnut
No.
goes beelining,
She's gone.
the spider eats her.
The spider bitch slapped Chestnut out of existence.
Ooh, sorry, natural
Hold please,
20.
folks. They'll be right back.
The DC was 30.
Yeah, natural 20 doesn't only succeeds on attack rolls. Everything else, you just do the math. Don't mind us. So while we're waiting for Chestnut to get back, how's everyone doing? You do see, by the way, for your benefit, Squall, as Chestnut just beelines straight at the spider turns and goes,
Okay. Oh.
No, that's a friendly spider. Don't attack
Uh-oh.
them.
as the
everything's
jaws
swapped around.
snap shut on Chestnut, ending her life in one fell bite. No.
Find him over Chestnut.
I'm Chestnut now.
Hazelnut. Hazelnut has appeared.
Grape nuts.
Grape nuts.
But hard and I tear
Hardy.
them out.
Nobody wants
I
to
give you a really good proof at the
Full
end of
of
the day.
fiber. Yeah.
All right, all the cameras are fixed. So Chestnut, as you're flying forward, it turns and its mouth opens, and you just dodge out of the way, like just almost reflex sting and just out of the way of its mandibles. What do you do, Skull?
I'd like to cast command on it.
Okay,
If you'll let me.
I will
It's a
let you
wisdom
cast whatever you
saving
want.
throw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw. DC 18.
Okay. What
I'm
is your
going
command?
I'm going to tell it to sing.
It looks at you for a second and says, "I have never been one for a melodious song. I am sorry, my friend. However, I do have many tales," and it reaches a big leg behind it, pulls out a volume, "about bards and their songs." And you realize, Chestnut, it was just yawning. You just... If you had rolled badly, I would have had you just go straight into its mouth.
I knew it wouldn't do that to me.
Well, at least he's a polite spider.
Okay, Nick, you're
we
telling me I'm
met.
using the wrong spider voice. What was the right spider voice?
No.
It's a huge spider.
Yeah. Sound like spider
the
to me.
tree with the little squirrel.
I was trying to be similar to Aragog, but a little bit calmer.
Give me a minute while I channel my inner squall. Get that voice.
How are you
We're
doing?
waiting.
Yeah, Squall, I don't think saw the spider. I don't think he met that spider, did he? That was Twig.
That would have been during that campaign, no?
No, that was Swall. Because that was
Oh, it
when he
was?
still
Okay.
in the
Because
Feywild.
Yarn
It
Spinner's
would
in
have had to have
Okay,
been,
so would he have
That was
recognized
like my
the
very
spider then?
first game.
Possibly.
Like,
I believe
you-
so.
You did get thrown back into childhood and then regained the
Yeah.
memories, but so you recall?
Eh,
Yeah,
I'll
no,
spend
you
the
guys
spell
met
slot.
Yarn.
It's
You
fine.
guys met Yarn Spinner on Thither. Same place as the kind of Lost Boys-esque group of kid bandits, and
yeah.
where Chestnut's village got burned.
Yeah, everyone's dead. But they're back now. With Ollie, I think. I hope so. I'm now.
You
hearing it
gave
sounds
your
alive.
people's lives to a random cat.
They were random. I mean, I guess when you phrase it like that,
I'm not
It's
judging
fine.
you.
they're fine. They're fine.
No, I'm not judging
They've
you.
been dead once, and they're dead again. Oh well.
I'm not judging you. You had an epic quest to restore your families back to reality, and you just randomly handed it off to someone else. I'm not judging you at all.
Okay, well, I hear the judgment. Okay. Someone is salty tonight. I'm going to go back to hugging my giant spider. Thank you.
It's
It
the
blinks at
scene
you.
from Dungeons and Dragons. I entrust you with this. You must guard it with your life. Hold this. Just passes it off.
In his defense, he never said anything but that he was going to give it to Simon. Anyway, sorry. You hug onto a part of the giant spider. It is big, and you are small.
Tell us another story. How did you wait? How did you get here?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, last time I saw you, we were somewhere else, and now we're here, and I'm pretty sure they're very far apart.
I'm afraid I'm not sure what you mean. I can go most anywhere in the Feywild.
We're not in the Feywild.
Aren't
Yeah,
we?
we are. We're not in my Feywild.
Your Feywild. Do you think it's limited to Prismere? My small friend.
Yeah, I obviously did.
The Feywild is the sense of wonder in the world. It stretches everywhere.
Beautiful.
What brings you all to Arnoon? In my experience, Prismere and Arnoon have not been on good terms since the incident. The death of the Crown Prince Pryderi, necessitating the Moonlit King to retake the throne.
We're trying to get our friend back.
I see.
I think you met him.
But that doesn't answer my question. Actually, I guess it does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I asked what you're doing, and you said you're here to save a friend.
Yeah, he got eaten. Well, he didn't get eaten. He got like nipped by a deck of cards. He's naked somewhere, and I
We're really
think
focused
the
on that
queen
part.
using him for deeds of some sort.
You think the queen is using him?
I think he's like in her collection or her like harem. I don't ask too many questions because I don't know if I'm gonna like the answers sometimes. But we're here to save him. He's the one that likes to throw like fireballs at people.
I see.
Yeah, he's gonna be real grateful.
I don't
think.
believe I have seen that individual. Also, don't
He's
mind
like-
me, I'm moving the mic closer.
Yay tall, elfish. Napoleon elf
I'm certain I have seen an elf that tall.
hair. I definitely remember. what
Perhaps
he-
that gentleman right there points to Ryan, who's just standing there glaring.
Oh, that's a different elf. He's with us, but he's not really with us.
I see.
He's definitely an elf. We're looking for an elf. He's got hair. Yeah, he's a pretty nondescript elf, but we love him.
Well, as welcome as that is, I am telling the others a story. Did you wish to stay? Or
Yeah, I do. This is my. I have like a trainee now, and they're here to listen to your story. They don't like me very much, but they will. Again, I said some things. You know, it's not important.
You look back at Ansel's just casually standing in front of Dagna. I don't know what you're talking about. Nix and I adopted her now.
Well, no,
Go
she's
find your own
separate.
orphan.
No. Well, we can share, right? Like, I mean, we're a modern family. Like, we could all be a part.
I'm going to be honest. I've had a lengthy discussion with Nyx about sharing things, and I don't think we're ready to bring that on to you, Chestnut. I'm sorry.
I don't know if we're talking about the same things.
Chestnut could be the cool aunt that visits her once a year, gives a really good time, and then goes away for another year.
I'm a Disneyland dad.
I mean, to be fair, you were very clear about not wanting her.
No, I was not. I was scared. Okay, everyone gets scared. None of you know what it's like to be a parent, and I'm gonna just storm off. Go find a spot to listen to this story.
She say, no. I will find the rock. Are we near the place where I was supposed to go?
It's on up the hill. It's probably like a 10-minute
Okay.
hike if you go fast, and you guys can if you need to.
I'll head up there while the story time's going, just to make sure that we don't miss it.
Sure, he tells the story about, honestly, he tells the Battle of the Bacon. And I will not drag it out, especially considering Squall already left, but with what is his performance? Hold please, I have to
As
look
soon
at
as
the stats
I
of the
understand what he's telling, I turn around, I follow after Squall.
Aww. Vansel looks at you and says, I'll stay until the kid's ready to go. Oh my gosh, this thing does not have performance. Oh, we're fixing that. It has performance. Rolls a 20 on performance, gives a good story, but yeah, it tells the story about how a great and noble prince, the son of, or the grandson, the heir of the Queen of Prismia, was adventuring to other lands and encountered wondrous creatures that gave the most delectable meat. And he asked where they came from, and the king Pryderi, originally lord of the Moonlit Realm after the abdication of Aruan, explained that they were a gift from the underworld. And Gwydion wanted to buy them, but Pryderi refused, saying that he had been forbidden to sell them until such time as they had tripled in number. Gwydion, not wanting to take no for an answer, thought about it and asked, "You can't sell them, but could you trade them for something better?" Pryderi thought on that and said, "What do you offer?" And the noble prince presented 7 glorious stallions in golden barding, 7 magnificent harps crafted of the finest oak, 7 heifers bursting with milk, far more meat available than the pigs could provide. And Pryderi thought himself wise to take such a deal, and presented the pigs to the Prince of Prismia, who left very quickly, for as the sun rose the next morning, the illusion fades, and King Pryderi finds himself in possession of 7 puffball toadstools bursting into spores, 7 snails glimmering light along their shells, similar to the barding's pattern. And the cows and scurried away as the mice they were. There's more to the story, but I don't feel like info dumping on you for something that doesn't matter too much. But yeah, that's the part he tells, and then I will pause for everyone to refresh if they need.
Thank you. I'm gonna go follow the rest of the party.
See Vansel glance down, looks up. Are you going to be here long, Sir Jon Spinner? I will be here for several days. Can this one listen to your stories? We'll come back for her, we promise. Of course.
Who's gonna watch her? Can't just leave her
Dagna,
here.
you do not leave the Spider's Grove until we come back for you. We'll be back in the morning. Okay. Do you know this spider? We've all met him before.
You can learn so much from him. That spider knows things. Take notes.
Hansel strolls after the Seda and the Triton that I left earlier. Catches up to you guys as you were climbing the hill. You didn't like that story, Nix.
No.
Why not?
I
If
don't remember
Carl right,
most of
isn't
it.
that a story of Prismia triumphing over this place?
Yes, and lately I've been getting headaches about it.
Sounds dreadful. Temple massage later.
I don't think it'd help.
Other massages, understood. Moving on.
I mean, I would be okay with temple massage if you're
There you
offering.
go.
to-
Squabble like a massage hands.
Cast Mage Hand and the hand just floats over and starts going.
So awkward.
I will cast a second mage hand and have it do the other side at the same time.
As I was trying to make him go in opposite directions, and I realized I can't make my hands out of sync like that. No, not opposite like this. Like this one's doing this, and this one's doing this.
Ambidexterity. Ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway,
Welcome to our stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are rubbing our heads. Join us, if you will. This is really how we make it big, guys. Head rubbing. There's a market.
Everyone rub the tummy and pat the head.
that one I can do. Mostly because I
That
practiced
was
it.
such a loud laugh. That was so adorable.
Next.
No. I have such weird jack skeletons in hands. Their fingers are so long.
All right, meeting up with somebody. I think we're gonna punch a fiance. And then
Who's
Squall's gonna
fiancé?
become a fiance. I don't really remember.
I am very lost. Are we all getting married?
No, we are preventing marriage.
This is a chance for
I mean, I've always wanted to get married, but I never really felt love like that.
I mean, perhaps you take your husband. That's fine, but we are to here prevent marriage from happening.
I'm sure you'll find someone eventually. Trust
Yes,
that.
there's love for everyone. I believe there's probably other.
Sometimes
person.
there's two loves for everybody, and that's what you call a jackpot.
Wow. Do you have a jackpot?
Upwards, onwards.
Have you had a jackpot?
Lots of
define jackpot.
regulation.
I've had 20.
Oh, the stories you could tell.
I could tell very many stories.
Is this because you were always naked before we found you?
No, this isn't before
You know,
found me.
just that you weren't around when we found you.
I have
No,
amazing
that's
stories to tell,
nudity.
full of adventure and nudity and hot, steamy romance. And
Also,
someday I
have
might
not,
tell them to you.
I have not said between you two, congratulations for you make a great couple.
Me and Chestnut? No.
No, you.
She is a good
Nix.
friend.
Oh, you're interested?
No, I'm thinking that maybe it's Nix and Vansel. I mean, they're always together.
As he's looking
yeah,
at Nix and
Nix,
going,
yes,
bail
for
me out
sure.
here, I don't want to be
Share
insulted.
room. They have child now.
Definitely not me and Nix.
I must decline Chestnut, but it's very brave of you to ask me.
I didn't. I might have did.
That was an
Just
attempt
said,
to be
"Are
a
you
jerk
interested?"
for earlier.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't say I was.
Chestnut, if you are
I was gonna
available, I
say
have
something
sister.
negative, but I could just-
Pumpkin. Yeah. Go.
Chestnut is drunk, folks.
Yeah. I
No
have
penny down Squall's a free range fish.
You know what we always say? There's plenty of plankton in the ocean. But
That's right. We will help Chestnut find her plankton.
You see a small creature with one eye walking towards you.
That's not my plankton.
Perhaps we will find someone for you. Maybe you've already met them in the room.
You never know.
I don't think so. No.
That's just the belt thing. I'm sorry. I'm still fresh.
Nick says
Yes.
belt. That's a nice
Nick
belt.
does not have a belt.
I mean, this looked like normal belt, but
Well, we have a wedding to attend. I guess.
But yeah, let's go all wear it. That'd be funny. Let's go.
Okay. Hey, could you try this on for me?
Gale. Is her name
I'm
Gale
alright.
too? Do we have multiple Gales? I didn't realize.
Yeah, the sister's Gale too. We discovered Gale is her verbal cleric from your one shot a while back. We accidentally discovered.
yeah. I
So we
know.
have Gale and Gale and Gale.
Yeah.
The cleric, the
There's
wizard,
Gale.
and
The combination of
Well, I don't remember.
Others
Like, I can't remember what her name was. Gale makes sense though. But,
I always called her
Honestly,
South
I
Pig
bet
because
if
I
we
just slapped her on an existing
Yeah.
NPC. So
yeah. Well, I was
If
trying
we,
to figure.
watch the old videos, it would be on there somewhere, like in a very
I'm
1
sure
minute
it
in all the
is.
episodes.
Yeah, it probably is.
or it's mentioned in episodes 1, 2, and 3, which sadly did not get recorded.
Well, I have I'm pretty sure I have a message with Pixel asking me if I knew her, if I had a name for her, and I swear I sent them a message back, and I can't find that message anywhere. So it's gone forever.
On that note, you guys reach the top. Top of the hill, you see the moonlit sky. A full moon seems to beam down, giving a blue glowing light to the entire area. And you see a very large rock,
It's just large,
almost deceptively smooth.
very smooth.
Seems like it'd be easy to climb, but as you look a little closer, you think there's probably slippery spots. It's probably not as easy as it looks. And at the top, you see a worn spot as if people have sat.
I'm gonna fly up
I
there.
believe this is makeout spot, but
Oh,
There is a plaque at the bottom.
Have fun, Chestnut.
why would I do make out with myself?
Just
We've
wait.
already established I'm sad and alone and destined for a plankton.
you have two hands.
What?
What do I do? You know what?
There was
have-
so many eligible dancers watching you back then.
Cast minor illusion of an apple. You can always use apple if you have to find a real one. But,
Why? I'm not. I've
Can
got a
we
lot
read-
of emotions. Maybe
can
should
we
just
read the
practice
plaque?
it down.
what does the plaque say? Does it say "Kiss the Blarney Stone"?
It's in Elven. Does anyone speak Elven?
Maybe.
If I remember right, Squall does, actually.
I speak Elven.
Because we found this hilarious because everyone had Sylvan. You're muted, Nick.
Yep.
Oh, I was Sylvan, and I think she was giant.
Yeah, it's just the amusement of the fact that I'm like, because I said, like, it's in Elven, but all of you guys speak Elven, and then suddenly everyone
Yeah.
chimes up going, no. And I'm like, oh.
I'll tell you what I speak.
I speak fish and
I do speak giant. Yes.
giant.
And Sylvan. But giant. I speak giant. So
You read the plaque, it declaims, "Here lieth Gorset Abath, the mound where kings walk. All who have ever attempted to ascend the throne of Arnuin must reach the top by power of their feet and will."
I'm gonna watch Chestnut after I read the plaque to see what happens to her as she tries to fly up to the rock.
Make an intelligence check, Chestnut.
to go make out with myself.
Another fairy appears. Strong and agile.
don't know if it. Yeah, that's not important right now.
With antennas and one eye.
Why? Oh my gosh.
It's your plankton.
Oh wait. Holy.
It's the fairy. It's the the fairy
Oh,
from
yeah,
Fairly
baby.
Odd Parents. The Arnold one,
I rolled a cat.
which is
That's
a
20.
1.
It's a 20. I know I have to check it every time, but there's another one on those days.
That's two
I always
two
thought the
natural
cats-
20s.
I thought the cats were ones. Oh, there is a one. Oh shit.
Mhm.
The purple ones have the cat's beads.
2 in a row.
Also make a wisdom
These
save.
are like funky Kickstarter dice. These ones also rolled a 20. This because I'm using Lemon's dice.
Do we see this happening up there?
We have been playing too much Baldur's Gate. We all need to just settle down. Keep our pants on. Please.
What are you talking about? We've been going on for a year and nobody's gotten any. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not from lack of trying.
Also a wisdom save, by the way, Chestnut.
I feel like I have to get a different dice.
It's so ridiculous that that's from a kid's movie. It's just
They're getting the dust out, you know?
pretty sure that's sexual assault. I mean, I'm just throwing
Okay,
it out.
wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a 20. That is a 11.
Okay. You're flying. You see a shimmering rainbow of cloth, kind of like Aurora Borealis. I can talk.
What?
And you look through it, and you can see past it to the skies beyond, in the rippling colors. And you see for a moment branching paths, different floating isles drifting by, and you think you recognize Prismia. You recognize another has black sands on a glowing blue beach. You see others. One that looks to be having a pirate ship and a very large tree. Another that seems to be a gentle forest where you see a bear talking to an owl. More and more of these flash by until you come to. You guys saw Chestnut fly up, come to an immediate halt at the zenith of her ascent, and then start kind of flying around half aimlessly, and then comes back down and lands. And Chestnut, you shake that all away and go to land, and you find yourself standing on the ground next to Squall and Vansel and Nyx.
Did you get?
Is there a Feywild with Halcyon and Astarion? Is there, Nyx? It was Prismir, it was Perdita, which is Gwydion and Sylvani's Archfey realm, which you guys have been to once. That's the glowing beach. And then it was Neverland and the 100 Acre Woods.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, the Disney.
Feywild realms.
Yeah. I'm going to start climbing the rock.
All right.
I mean, if that's a thing, like, that's what it says, right?
Go ahead and roll me athletics and a wisdom save. The Feywild in the game would be anti-Ethel because they would make it horrible. Yeah, athletics and wisdom save.
Athletics is fantastic. It was a 10 plus 11, so 21.
Okay.
Wisdom save, on the other hand, is a natural 1. For a total of nothing. No, for a total of 4.
You guys watch Squall get a good grip, pushes himself up and starts climbing. You see he has very sure hands, and there's no slipping, there's no mistakes.
Can he swim up?
He could, but the plaque says you have to climb, so he's trying to do that. And unfortunately, about halfway up, he seems like he's determinedly climbing. From your perspective, Squall, you're climbing up. But you guys all see him kind of... And as you reach the top and you pull yourself up and you find yourself on the ground next to Nyx and Vansel and Chestnut. As you guys watch him climb about halfway up and then just kind of lose focus of which way he was going. Kind of like when you're underwater too far and you forget which way up is.
I want to try and jump.
That was a good try.
You're going to try, Nyx?
I want to jump.
Okay. It's too tall for you to make in a single high jump, so it's going to be the same thing, athletics and a wisdom save.
How high up is it?
About 60 feet. If you had spider climb, it would take you 2 full turns. Or 1 turn with dash.
Better acrobatics.
I'll let you roll acrobatics if you want. I'm defaulting into Baldur's Gate logic, so I apologize for that. 17 on the acrobatics / athletics, and then what's your wisdom save?
Should we just be playing Baldur's Gate? Should we just be putting these characters into Baldur's Gate and just go
I already
away?
did. 9.
Oh, right.
I put Squall in there. Technically, Swordsbard's in there, so yes, I could do that.
Regrettably, Nyx, you have the same experience. You think you're climbing, you think you're climbing, you think you're climbing, and when you think you've reached the top, you find yourself back on the ground with everyone.
Nyx couldn't be in Baldur's Gate, though. there's no blood hunters.
No.
Or
He is a half-elf rogue. He is a half-elf rogue right now.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. Chestnut, though.
Yeah.
You'd have to be a
Yeah.
halfling. A
I do
halfling,
love-
wild magic barbarian.
So did you guys? I know none of you got to the top, but did you see that?
Did they see?
I was really focused on the rock.
So let me just show you. And can I? I don't think I can grab both of them. But could I grab one of them and slide them to the top?
You could grab one of them. I was just thinking about it. Both of them becomes a bulkiness issue, not a... I'm like,
What
you're
if I use it
ridiculously
large?
strong. I'd make you roll athletics for it, but yeah, you could try that.
I don't need to be carried. I can go up there.
It's just your minutes. I'm gonna scoop them up and fly them to the top.
Mid-journey, give me a Viera male in the arms of a pixie.
Oh my gosh! Someone do it, please. Go, Gift, go.
Satyr ain't nothing.
Oh yeah, sorry. Give me a male satyr in a
Okay. You're not
bridal
seeing
carry with a
what's
pixie.
happened.
I can, I can help you. I have spells that can help you fly if
No, it's fine. I got him.
you're carried by.
No, I got him.
All right.
You guys head up. Yeah, roll the intelligence save and the wisdom save again. All 3 of you can roll the intelligence save.
I'm not gonna go as well this time. Oh my freaking gosh! I feel like I can't do it without. That was a nat 20 on the intelligence.
Okay.
This dice. I think I saw it.
Wisdom?
Intelligence save and wisdom save. Yep.
Oh my wisdom was
Intelligence
a 1 though.
11.
Ah,
Wisdom is dirty 20.
Okay.
so 18. I rolled 2 15s in a row. 18 for intelligence, 18 for wisdom.
Okay. Squall, you see, and Chestnut, you see the same thing I described before with the different worlds spiraling out, different glimpses of life and places here and there. And you, at some point, feel yourself lose the weight of Nyx as you go to land and find yourself back on the ground. Nyx,
My arms are empty.
Nyx, you see the exact same thing that everyone else saw. With your natural 20, it becomes very clearly you're like, okay, if you go up here far enough, you hit the nexus and can cross from one Fey realm to another. You know this to be chaotic and dangerous, but it is a possible escape in theory if you ever need it. Who knows where you'll end up, though? And as Chestnut turns and starts aiming towards the ground again, you kind of shake your head and you see the ledge going by that you could hop off onto the top if you wanted to.
Sure.
Good, because if you didn't do that, then I have to suddenly backtrack and say, yeah, Chestnut, you're still holding next. Yeah. You guys look around, you look up, Nyx is standing at the top of the hill. And where you're standing next, you can see, instead of it being like cascading
You
little
sound
bubbles,
like you're underwater. You keep moving away from your mic, so
Yeah, stop moving. Stay sedentary. How dare you? Human trait.
Anyway,
That, ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is brought to you by the Doppler effect. Science.
There's science somewhere.
standing on top of the rock, everything becomes clear. It's no longer blips and floating glimpses of different realms. You can just, it's like looking over the horizon at something distant, but you can see them as you look. And it almost kind of breaks your brain a little bit because there's more than, you could actually look at rolling, turning in a circle, but it's all there. And you find yourself atop of the rock. It looks worn smooth by passage of feet for millennia.
I see the carnival.
Roll perception.
Uh, 19.
18 sadly failed both rolls. The intelligence save is just a perception, basically understand what you're looking at to be able to potentially navigate it. And then the other one's a DC 20 for the wisdom save to get to the top of the hill successfully. And I'm sorry, your perception was 20? You answered and I was talking to Squall and I glitched, so.
It was
I don't
19.
remember.
They said 19.
Okay.
19.
I was
okay.
like, it's either 16, 18, or...
With a 19, yeah, you look very, very carefully, and nestled in there very, very small, beside where Prismir and Perdita are, you can see the big top.
And these are portals.
Not even so much. They're like just there,
Just like
over
a way
the
to see
horizon.
them. Okay.
You might be able to
Okay.
go through them. You're not sure. You think this could be a way to travel, but it's not safe. For continuing to be useless in terms of logical understanding, picture going to Neverland. These little glimpses are your second star on the right.
The people not on the road hear me. Like, I'm technically not far away. Right?
No, you're only
But
60 feet up. Try and call down to them, see what happens.
Ansel, grab Dagna.
She's with the spider?
I know.
You want me to go get her?
Just for a moment.
All right.
Goes back. Spider's not there.
I cast message up to Nyx, and I'll be like, "Is there a trick? I mean, we tried twice, and we are back here on the ground. You're the only one up there. Is it like a race thing? Like maybe you need to be rabbit, or?"
I don't think so. I tried jumping the first time. Chestnut carried me this time. Go ahead and see if she'll toss you up here. Just if you ask nicely.
Just, I am being said that you'll need to throw me through.
Imagine
Again, picturing Baldur's Gate 3.
who said that? I didn't hear anything.
Nyx.
How'd you? Oh, okay, and I'm just gonna
I
sweep them up.
have magic wire, and he's just talking to it, and they talk back.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know it exists. You've talked to me before, but I was just. I can't read your mind. But yeah, let's go.
I was
I'm
assumed
gonna
you were a mind flayer.
I'm gonna scoop them up. And I'm gonna
Feel
fly.
it in your head.
Or do I need to like
Authority.
throw you? Do you want to be thrown or thrown?
Let's just get me maybe as close as you
Boost.
can, Nyx.
I'll see if I could.
I will try to jump.
Okay,
Can I
so I'm
reach
gonna
down and like try to help them up?
I have great jumping powers.
Roll athletics, Boba.
I am like jumping fish.
I'm gonna use the same one, but it's doing it too.
This is when it gets a 1.
Did you get
Give me
one?
2
Oh.
plus 13. So 15.
Okay. So have you ever seen what happens when you try and throw Mizora?
No.
I'm kidding, that doesn't happen.
Oh, I think I played a different game than you.
15?
I reached down and helped.
Yeah. You grab a hold of Squall and pull him up onto the hill.
You are fine.
So am I just flying like up where they're at, or do I fall back down?
Do you try and fly towards him?
Yeah, I was gonna try to jump off of her, like
Yeah.
Nick
those
did.
things just-
Yeah, I figured
Hi.
Chestnut threw Squall up, and then Nick's like reached out and helped pull you in.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm not up there. I'll come back down to the ground, hang out with, I guess,
Okay.
Ansel.
As you land, you see several courtiers playing at the top of the rock and talking to each other.
I'm gonna try and like sneak into their conversation.
Roll stealth.
Like, not like literally sneak.
No, I know. You're still rolling stealth.
Okay,
Just
like, oh yeah, my good
not
lord.
because you're trying to like hide so they don't see you at all, but just the being
Like how you
unobtrusive.
when you casually join a conversation, but in a
Like when you blend in with the prostitutes in
oh
Assassin's
my
Creed
freaking
2.
gosh, the dice it just is a one. That dice is 2 20s and now it's in the trash.
All right, you go
One.
casually walking over there. They're laughing. You start laughing. You guys can hear it from up there. And everyone's just kind of...
Darn it! A 1 + 5, 6.
They start sipping their tea and just kind of watching up at you guys.
Can I go to the next group of people and try again?
As you look around, the crowd's growing. More and more people are coming, and you can start to overhear the conversation. Oh my god, someone claimed it. Does that mean there's a new king? What'll happen to the Moonlit King? Are they opposing him? Is this going to be a civil war? Basically, that's just a conversation in multiple different variances and variations.
Squall, are you ready to be king? 'Cause I'm not.
I get,
I mean, if it needs be, I guess I could be king, but
can you guys hear that up there? What they're saying?
I mean, last time it was Orthus that was
Yes.
king, so maybe.
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
that was the frogs. I think you'll have better luck here.
Yeah, this is true.
Vansovich comes up, slowly weaning through the crowd with Dagna. All right, Chestnut, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. I just threw them up on top of that rock. I went up there, and there were lots of paths, and so I came back down. Well, I didn't mean to come back down. I wanted to stay, but I couldn't stay. And I took Nix up there, and Nix was like, "Hey, yo!" in Squall's head. Go have Chestnut throw you up there. So I brought Squall up there too, and now they're kings. We have to be a king household.
As you
Co-kings?
say all this, you hear from one of the crowds, "Did you hear that? She threw them up there. They cheated! They're not really heirs to the throne. They're going to the usurpers. They're trying to..." And you see the conversation start breaking down along two lines of people who are going, "No, they're up there. They must be the next king. We should swear allegiance and we should see what's going on and try and ingratiate ourselves." And the other people going, "They're imposters. They're trying to overthrow our king. And someone should go do something about them." And it's just like this growing kind of rabble argument going on the ground. You guys can now very clearly hear the
Do
loudest of these.
something. Come on up.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no.
We
I'm
are
gonna
here.
motion to Vansel
The
to
new
have
protectors
Stagna.
of your realm. I would like to introduce to you the new saviors of this land.
Is there a rock up here?
No, it is perfectly smooth.
We are here to. They are here to spread joy, happiness.
Roll persuasion.
Sticks.
Vansel, if you're looking, Nix, you see him And then a second later, he steps up beside you with Dagna.
17.
Oh, Chestnut, she's gonna be so sad.
They're right. This is the new king. Again, about 2/3 of the crowd in support, and the other third saying this is still a civil war, and the real king will hear of this. You
Join
see a
us,
few
and
people start
we-
marching off back towards the party angrily.
They're here to take our land.
We are not here to
And
take
our-
anything. We're just here to
And
enrich
our
your
pixie
lives.
sticks.
I'm also giant. I'm also enlarged right now too, so I'm like freakishly tall.
Enlarge would just make you human-sized.
Yeah, I guess that's
Yep.
true.
Freakishly tall.
I mean,
She's like
freakishly tall for
5'7".
5'3".
It's just like yesterday. I'm a giant. I'm 5'5".
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah,
I think
I'm just gonna-
we got some followers.
I'm gonna point out the various spots to Dagna and specifically show her the witch lake. No.
So that's the carnival you're from?
Yep.
Why is it next to a swamp?
Just overlook that. That's just some of its charm. But no, the carnival right there will get you there one day. I just wanted you to see it's actually a thing and it's real.
Okay. Let's just write
And
notes.
still around and kicking. And that one over there, I'll explain the other three I know. Other two I know.
I was going to say, there's the third. Do you know which one?
No, just two.
On the bright side, the sun's almost up. On the bad side, you guys may or may not have started a civil war. Or rather,
I did do that,
Chestnut
Chestnut
might
did
have
that.
started a civil war. But, you know,
I
we're in
panicked.
this together. He's not saying this super loud for what it's worth. Because he's not
It's all
trying
right.
to. He's not trying to like shame you on this. He's just talking up there to Squall and Nyx quietly.
But aren't there people on the ground with me
Squall
still
will be-
that agreed with me, right?
Yes,
Like-
you had about 2/3 of the rabble agreeing
So
with
we
you that
have-
clearly Nyx and Squall are the new kings.
So while they are up there doing that, I am going to be just going through the crowd, like not just talking up Nyx and Squall, like talking up of things we've done and floofing them.
Okay. Roll persuasion
Again?
and roll me a. What's the best way to represent this?
Deception. Disgrace.
Yeah, roll me a deception.
Okay,
Well,
my
this
my persuasion was a 17.
Okay.
I rolled my other one's deception.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 12.
Okay.
Go
Go ahead,
Squall.
Squall. Before
I was just gonna say, while all this is happening, I'll pull my flute out and play like a couple notes on it and cast fly on myself, and I'll fly towards the group that's leaving and try to land like, and then just land right in front of them, and then
I'm gonna climb down
I'll
before
let them
any
do the
Nyx
thing,
chanting
but-
happens.
We're gonna stay up here, Dagna.
No, we're not. Let's go.
God damn it. All right. You guys all climb
I want to
down.
be king.
Chestnut.
king.
I can be a good king. Chestnut, as you're talking, you start playing up all their stories, their great and noble adventures, how they valiantly face down an evil demon king in the arena pits of a desert, how they, and the people are buying it. They're like, yeah, these people sound awesome. And how they were forced into an attempt to kidnap an evil king's son, but how you guys saw through the plot and helped reunite the son with their found family. And you're just telling these stories and the people are eating it up. And then you tell the story about how you nobly defeated the traitor to Prismere, Arianrod, and helped her brother Gwydion restore Zybilna to the proper throne. And there is
Hey, she doesn't know him as that name.
Tethio, yeah, but you still Prismere and Zybilna and Arianrod. And There is an audible record scratch to throw back to the 80s. As the people take that in, roll me percentile, like a D100.
This is the percentage of the crowd that turns on you.
I know. I've been doing so good at rolling.
It's not that simple.
Okay.
Mount her on the stake.
I rolled the wrong dice. Never mind. Let me try again.
I rolled D4s. I couldn't get over 41. It was 44.
Oh no, it's 2. Okay. So 16. 16.
It's really low.
Right? Right, like because one's a 10 and the other is a 6.
This isn't, what is it, World of Darkness?
Maybe that's the amount that leaves. 16%.
Cthulhu, that's it.
Can I try again?
Nope.
Do I have any inspiration?
We'll get back to inspiration. Doesn't give rerolls. This isn't.
What if it does?
This is
Get
not
this over
Baldur's
dice.
Gate 3.
What if
Oh
it
yeah.
I forgot about those. What do those do? I don't remember.
You can roll these and add them to the result, or I'll just let you reroll the result if you want in this case. And the caveat is that I get a reroll.
Would it
Or in
really make
addition.
that much of a difference? 12?
Well, I'm also saying you can use them to
So just
reroll.
reroll.
28.
I'm also saying you can use it to reroll a percentile entirely.
But then you get to reroll something
Sometime in the
at any time
future.
you're choosing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just let the fate ride.
Sometime.
You
It's
got
whenever
yourself
they
into
want.
this mess.
I know, but I think I can
You
do
must
better.
reap the
I
consequences.
think I can get Otis back. If we have a
Your tadpole rise in your head. Do you wish to use its power?
Has anyone ever used them?
Frequently
yes.
in the
I
very
used it
early
twice.
games.
I used it once.
We're doing it. I'm rolling. Take your little rollies.
No, they were used very heavily for a while, and then everyone suddenly started thinking about it and went,
It's never been used since I've played.
I have 2 uses that I've never invoked.
Oh crap! Well, you got 3 now. Balls
now I
to the
got
wall, baby. Okay. Mwah. Wait. Can I?
Hey, it might
I
be
don't
really
want to
good.
keep that. No,
Okay,
double zero.
right. That's
I'm gonna-
that's really good. That's 100.
You can't. No, because I have to roll this one still.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be-
that's true.
I'm gonna pick a new
You might
dice.
get a 9.
Yeah, you have a 1 in 10 chance of getting 100, or a 1 to 9.
Okay. That was still not good. 33.
33. All right, we'll come back to that.
That's like double.
Squall.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be the backwards. I'm not
You
rolling.
fly down to the group leaving. What do you do? They kind of look confusedly, but then amused as the fish swims through the air.
No, I'm flying.
Oh yeah, you cast fly. You're
Like
right,
actually flying. Yeah. So I could go faster because it's 60 feet instead of 30. So yeah, I'm gonna just and just land in front of them and kind of do the Owen with the dinosaurs.
Did you do
And,
something good, sir?
Well, yes, I was wondering why you're leaving wedding party. We haven't even started celebration yet. Seems weird,
Wedding?
strange that you're leaving.
Who got married? We just
Why
had
are
someone
you-
climb the Golset Abbot.
No, this celebration here. There's a wedding happening. I thought that maybe that was the reason why you were all here.
No, someone climbed the Golset Abbot. I thought it was you. Yeah, it was him. I saw a guy up there.
I don't. I'm not a great climber. I have these webbed hands. They're not great. I really
Hear
could
that? He
swim.
cheated, folks.
I swim really well, but not a great
Who got married?
climber. Oh, no one's getting married yet. I told you it's happening soon.
All right. Well, who's getting married? We've heard about all the marriages. Is it Rhiannon to that Gowan fellow?
Yes, that is the event. Yep.
We heard that was happening over the next kingdom.
I mean, maybe you heard wrong.
And a week from now.
Also, again, maybe you heard wrong.
So it's happening now on the Ghosted Abbot. Does Gawain attempt to try and take the throne from the Moonlit King?
Well,
Are
see,
you his representative?
No, I do not know Gal Length or whatever his name is. I was just going to say, I am friend of a bride, and she said her aunt is very sick. She's come down with a really bad disease.
Oh no, Lady Fatespinner's ill? What is it?
No, the other. No, she has more than one aunt. It's there's Lady Fate Spinner, and there's Lady Skate Spinner. There's the one with skates that spins constantly. This is perhaps maybe why she is ill. But they had to push up wedding date to today.
And they're putting it on the Ghosted Abbot.
That's what I'm not in charge. I just invite. People tell me, "Hey, come! I do music. This is what I do." Yeah.
And yes, Walter Skate flying sucks.
21. Right, that's 14. Yeah, 21.
So Rhiannon Santethel is ill, and so the wedding got moved up, and Gawain's going to try and overthrow the Moonlit King. Thank you for telling us, good squire.
It's sure, yeah, Squire. That's my name. Yes, we must stop future husband at all costs. This is why I am actually a double agent. I am here to. I am working for Moonlit King. This was test to see if you are loyal.
So you were on the Ghosted Abbot not to try and claim the throne, but to make the other person trying to claim the throne think you were on their side. Very
correct.
clever.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was test. You passed test. So
did you know Gawain was a satyr? It's weird. Anyway, let's go back to the.
Have fun.
Congratulations! They now think there's a riot and a civil war going on, and they think that Nyx's satyr form is Gawain, who is going to overthrow the Moonlit King. Meanwhile,
so wait, when did Nyx become a satyr? Why am I so?
How do you
in
not
the
remember
party,
that?
in
You
the,
were flirting
you hit
with
on the satyr
like multiple times.
That's right. I forgot.
No, that was great. I was waiting for Boba to be like, "Wait, that satyr was Nyx."
That too.
I know. I forgot that they like disguised self. I was for some reason thinking we ended up doing the belt, but they wouldn't wear the belt.
The married couple warned Nyx that Nyx should not be walking around as themselves because they
yes, and they became
are a war criminal
satyr.
here.
Yes. This. Oh, that is.
Anyway,
That's a satyr.
back at where you were at.
That's yep.
Chestnut.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You hear whispers through the entire crowd. The land of Prism is returned. They come back to finish what they started. They weren't happy to kill our first king. They come back to kill our one, the Moonlit King, as well. And the crowd starts dispersing. And you realize approximately 33% of them stayed behind saying, "We've heard good things about Prismia. We want to see it succeed. How can we help?"
It is lovely this time of year.
Out of 150 people or so that showed up, you have, we'll just make it simple and say 33 that are all crowded around now going, "How do we help? How can we help? How can we help Prismir take over Annuin?"
That is something I would like to direct to our Lord of Operations.
As Nyx gets down from the rock.
Nyx!
And you say Nyx.
An army of...
As you say Nyx, let's roll history and see if anyone knows that name.
Oh, crap, on a cracker. You're disguised.
It might be a...
Did I say Nyx? I meant Nikes. I was stutter.
Most of the people don't seem to catch the name as anything significant. They just turn to the satyr climbing down. You see one woman kind of look at Nyx.
I think they're into you.
As you whisper to Nyx, "I think they're on to you." Gee, why would that happen? Sorry, where is the... The Reaper of Yvelin Reed? You hear someone say,
This is when Squall casts Gust of Wind and just blows them all off the edge, and you just.
You guys are at the top of a relatively gentle hill with a big rock. There's not an edge. Yeah, you could get him rolling down the hill potentially, but
Please don't murder my 33 new members of our army.
roll history, by the way, Nix.
Gust of Wind isn't that strong of a spell.
That one.
I'm gonna give you advantage on this. Also, for that
See,
matter,
I got
Squall is the
holes
bard.
in my head right now.
May roll history as well.
Try my date's birthday.
Chestnut, if you have history, you can roll it, but otherwise, no.
Well,
have a negative
I rolled.
1.
I did not roll a nat 1. I rolled a 2.
Okay.
+4.
That
Total
the name
6.
vaguely means something, but you have no idea what. You're not from Prismere. You don't know the Feywild history is, so. It was literally a bardic knowledge check in your case. Is this a random story you've come across at some point in your life type thing? What was your advantage roll, Nix?
6.
Okay.
With advantage?
Went from a natural 1 to a 5, probably.
Yeah, we rolled. I got a 5 plus 1 is 6.
And yeah, the word starts spreading as soon as
took all the good rolls at the beginning of the
one
game.
person said, "It's the Reaper of Yvelin Reed." Oh my god! I thought they were a Haragon. What do we remember? Its history. Maybe it is a satyr.
Are they saying Reaper?
They are very clearly saying, "Oh my!"
Reaper.
In
Meanwhile,
response
I'm just
to
looking at
Nix,
Vansel when they said Haragon, and I'm like, oh, look at that. You're famous. They don't know what Nyx. They don't know what Nyx looks like, and if they think Nyx is a Haragon, they're gonna look at Vansel.
you know what? You know what?
Were you
Yes,
peeping Tom?
the people all turn towards Vansel, and he just looks at you, Nix, with a "I'm gonna kill you," staring in the clown.
Oh, that clown's not bad enough. Puns.
So,
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
as Vansel's kind of quickly looks at the rest of you, as the people are all turning towards him, what's the plan here? I don't know what the Reaper of I don't know what the Reaper of Yvelin Reed is, but apparently I'm you now. So what is it?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't remember. Good luck. You said you wanted to lead. Start leading.
This is not Reaper of Evan Reed. This is my friend Styx. I don't know who this Evan Reed person is. Maybe they're famous person in wherever you're from, but this is my friend Satyr. Styx is their name.
I am not Nyx, but I have come to speak on his behalf. It is not yet time for his appearance.
No. This is Styx, this is Bricks, and this is Nut.
Yes, I am not Nyx.
Styx Brick.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Everyone
isn't
knows
that-
the Reaper walks in perpetual shadow. You're in white. That wouldn't make any sense.
Plus, Reaper would have like giant scythe or whatever this rabbit is.
You know, Disguise Self
Pocket
doesn't get
watch.
rid of weapons. There are 2 scythes on Nyx's back.
I thought Nyx's scythe like
To an
They fold.
extent,
They do.
to an
Yeah.
extent, but it's still there's
Yeah.
a
Like
pole with a
rubies.
folded blade.
yeah, okay.
I'm still trying to come to terms. My best friend's a Reaper.
Styx is a very great farmer. He likes to harvest wheat.
And
That's-
Well,
rice.
you know, some places reaping is not a bad thing. You know, like you should reap your rewards or
No.
read them and reap.
Just a no.
So,
I look up. I look up at the sun. Is it getting time to getting close to?
You start to see it peeking over the edge.
Has it been 10 minutes? since I cast flight?
No, not really. No.
Okay, I'll just fly up a little bit, to see if I can see like anyone, because we're supposed to be waiting for someone, right?
At dawn. Yep. You get up to the top of the rock. Do you actually go back onto the rock, or are you just flying up?
No, I'll just fly up for now.
Okay. You don't see anything.
Okay.
So what's the plan? If the Reaper's not here yet, is it just the Reaper, or is Prince Gwydion coming?
Good luck getting him to come anyway.
Tell him we've been loyal. We know that he didn't want to kill Pryderi. Well, yes, he appreciates your loyalty, and he's still just kind of shooting looks at you guys like, help.
I'm gonna cast a minor
You do,
illusion,
brilliant.
like a little bit further in the distance, as far as I can cast it, anyways, and just have it be like just a sound, maybe like a pig squeal or something. These pig squeals. That's a great sound that would distract them. And,
Oh yes, the pigs have come back to haunt us.
and much like in Baldur's Gate when they all as the cat meows. But as soon as they look, I'm gonna book it onto the rock if I can.
Yeah, no problem. Yes, that sound is very important. With that sound important in the history of the conflict between Prismia and Anduin, when you hear that sound, it will be time to take up arms against the Moonlit King. Glaring at Nyx and Chestnut.
Pat his shoulder. Brilliant.
The crowd starts to disperse.
Turn slightly. Gwydion, did you know that you have followers here? A whole 33 of them.
As much as I try to avoid it, I tend to
32.
have followers.
32. I think one of them was.
As much as I try to avoid it, I tend to have followers everywhere. I
They
don't
said they're
know
ready to
why I'm not the
rise
leader.
up in your name.
What the fuck are you people
And they
doing? You're supposed to find Ortis and get out. What do you mean they're going to rise up in my name?
They want to see how Prispia works.
We might have started a civil war.
Yeah, we might have started.
You don't hear Gwynion's responses, by the way, Chestnut. You just hear Nyx talking to
I
the
know.
leader.
I'm just doing a sidebar.
No, and you hear Nyx's side of the conversation, so you're welcome to talk as you wish.
Chestnut might have started the civil war.
How?
Or might be,
What did
a
you
new
do?
king. We got on this rock.
You
And,
sat on the throne.
Oh, that's a throne?
You sat on the throne of the kingdom.
No, we didn't sit. We stood on it.
To be fair, we were told to do that.
Yeah, we were told to do that.
By who?
By a lady fate spinner.
Anyway, just catching up. Good luck.
I still can't help you.
Why is he talking to himself?
I'm talking to Gwydion.
He's got a warlock pact with Tithio.
Who doesn't?
Yes.
You have a warlock pact with Tithio?
Well, no, but I just
Not yet.
I don't. Squall doesn't.
Could we get one?
What is that? I do not have.
I mean, if you want a multi-class Archfey Warlock. Or multi-class 3 levels of Blood Hunter to Profane Soul.
I don't do anything profane stuff.
I'm pretty sure his husband will happily take you on. Because he lost his patron, so.
Yep, you can also go Fiendlock and get Savani.
I think we might want to find Ortis and get out of here. Because I think this might turn into something bigger than
That's a good idea. I'm gonna head back to the castle place and go see if I can look through the rooms for a statue of the elf. Naked elf.
Okay, you start heading back. Vance will grab Dagna and follow with you. Chestnut, you're standing there. You look up and Squall's just sitting on the top of the rock going...
that?
You gonna come down?
I'm waiting for.
Squall's meanwhile like, this is the specific quest we were given, guys.
We said if we stop wedding, they get us in front of Moonlit Queen and we get Ortis back. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
this
but what
is-
are you?
this is-
How is you being up there gonna stop it?
Apparently, I'm king now.
So you could just say it stopped, and it stopped, right? So why don't we just go tell them we stopped it?
That's not honest thing to do. Perhaps maybe we try being honest this time. I don't know.
We are being honest because you're the king, and the king is number one. And so we say, I, the king, don't allow weddings anymore. This is no longer a monogamous society with long-term commitment. And then you
Did
stop
you just
it,
arbitrarily
and so
say you were
there's
getting rid of monogamy in this world?
I accidentally. Yes, I'm lonely. Okay. Just- So what do I do now? What do I do? I tried to help. I got us an army. I'm missing everyone.
Perhaps
I
you
don't
just
know what to do.
stop trying to help. Maybe that is best option in this case. I mean, maybe you could come up here on the rock. It's a lovely view. I see lots of different places. There's a little ferryman, little boy dressed in green, fighting. Looks like a pirate with missing hand. I see a
I've
this
already
bear,
tried twice,
bear
and
with
it
a very small shirt being jumped
Oh.
on by a tiger.
Oh,
Yeah, there's some very strange things happening up here.
Screw it,
These-
it's humble
Oh,
with
no,
a Feywild. You see a
Bear
mouse,
just
a
turned into
hedgehog, and
man.
You see, I
a
see
mouse, a possum, and a
deer,
deer.
carrying looks like Princess Possum, very fluffy dress, and mouse.
well, I'd like to see that, but there's no one to throw me up. I think you all have to be thrown up.
Meanwhile, Squall, as you're looking around, you see a figure in the distance riding towards you. A woman in a white dress, long black hair, on a white horse, riding at an even pace. Bottom misting in and out of view as if like they're riding among the clouds.
It's kind of straighten my hair a little bit, you know. If I had a tie, I'd straighten my tie.
She gets closer. And then Chestnut, you see her all of a sudden as she rides along the path. She just passes the rock, glances once up at Squall, and then keeps riding.
Do you know them?
No, but I'm gonna jump after him.
Okay.
Let's go after them, anyways.
You chase after them.
Not like not like menacingly.
No,
but,
no, I didn't think you were.
Excuse me, miss. I have a question. I am a very nice person. I'll just do this. Hey, miss. I am a fish guy. Behind you. I have met your aunt. I believe I have a important message for you. If you would be so kind to stop. I promise I will not hurt you.
She ignored you entirely until you specifically asked her to stop. Which I was curious if you would accidentally or on purpose get the right answer, but the gimmick is if you just chased her, she would just continue to be just ahead of you until you actually asked her to stop. Of course I will stop. It's you I was come to talk to. Hello, Squall.
Hello. You're not non-dairy. You're not Evan Reed.
Non-dairy.
not the Arrow Man, the Moonlit King.
Primary.
What was her name again? Something.
Calcinia, yeah. No, it's not Calcinia.
Not
Just
Calcinia.
Nick's mentioned that.
Oh, that's right.
Nope, Calcinia is in a gem right now, and you guys haven't done anything with that. You're just carrying her around in the imprison spell.
Yeah. I don't have Dispel Magic. Wait, do I have Dispel Magic? I might have Dispel Magic. Your name is Ryan, and Ryan. It's a difficult name for my dialect.
Rhiannon.
Can I just call you Ryan? Rhiannon. Yes, that's a beautiful name for a beautiful person. Lovely dress, by the way. I feel like I am very
Like the song by
underdressed.
Stevie Nicks.
I do not know who this Stevie Nicks feller is, but he sounds very nice.
I can't tell if Nicks is just like bobbing to the song now.
Oh wait, no, I do know this Stevie Nicks. Yes, a rabbit person, a very nice person. His scythe, apparently they are the reaper of Evan Reed. Um, did not know their first name was Stevie, but apparently they just go by last name.
The Reaper of Evelyn Reed.
Hmm.
You speak of the one who killed over 50 people.
Yeah, I mean it's more of not friend, but I know of them. Yes, unless those people were bad people, or see these good people or
I am glad that they are not your friend.
good. Yes, me too. Definitely not friends with Stevie.
For I am
Nicks.
here to seek your hand in marriage.
My what now? Is it because I am king now? I didn't. Am I supposed to be? This is what I am supposed to be doing. Is this how we are breaking up your marriage? You're to be marrying me?
I do not wish to marry Garan.
Yeah, I would not
He
want to
is
marry
a
Garen
dreadful
either.
man.
Yes, and those hooves are probably
But-
not very comfortable to.
The only way I can avoid that marriage is if another claims me properly. Would you go to Garwin and contest your claim to me?
I mean, I'm not against this. I would like. Yeah, sure. This sounds like a very. And I promise I will not. Probably will not run after wedding day. You know, disappear for a while. But I am very
That is
loyal.
good. I would hate to have that happen.
Yes, me too. I very good at staying around for people.
Then I shall summon Garan. He shall arrive in a day's time. Be careful, he is crafty.
Yes, Karen. He sounds like Dick. Like he crafts stuff too, or he's artificer, or he's like tricky
He is
person.
perceptive and well versed in words.
I mean, I've also been told I am very well versed in words.
Then you should be well matched.
If not, I can just kill him. Do you want me to kill him? I mean, I could do that too. This is probably easier than me trying to talk to him. I have giant sword. It says Sneaker Snack, by the way. He says hi. He is glad you are not dragon. You aren't dragon, are you?
You have Snickersnack. So you
Yes.
are from Prismia.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen Fish Person in Prismere before?
I have
Tried-
never been to Prismia, but the legend of Snickersnack is glorious and long.
Yes, well,
It was said that Prince Gwydion wielded Snickersnack himself when he struck down the King Pryderi.
Well, let me tell you this. Glorious and long is definitely something that people have said about me as well. If you,
It is true, with many years of training, he will match King Pryderi, or King Gwydion. But you remember well, miss, for I do remember the crimson red spraying through the air as my blade went Snickersnack through the head of that.
he's like, this blade's like floating now.
I was just talking from your back.
Oh, do you want me to turn around? I mean, he just said, do you know this person? This is
I can't say as I remember her. But I only saw the battlefield. Gwydion did not have me on his first venture to Arnowin. It was only when he came back as a warrior.
See, I met Quiddy, this musician, but you know, I mean, apparently we all know different.
I met him as the great prince who came to battle. Valiantly volunteered to face Pryderi in single combat so that no other troops may die.
See, I met him as a carnival working musician, so you know it's pretty same thing. So apparently, he has gone really far in his life.
Clearly.
Apparently, he is patron, so that's cool. He does this really cool hair thing, if you've not seen that before.
I will summon Garen and look forward to your triumph, betrothed. Pats her cheek gently.
Awkwardly clammy hand. I'm sorry, it's a sweat. I was climbing rock earlier in this. So. But yes, I will very much, very definitely, I am the man who will fight for your honor. I am the hero you are looking for. I'll be the hero that you're looking for.
I hope so. She turns to begin to ride away.
Now and forever. Trying to remember all the words of that song.
Do you mean it?
I'll be the hero that you're looking for. Now and forever. Something. No, I don't remember.
something. Always the best part of the song, right?
Sure.
All right. She slowly rides away. And you look and you see you and Chestnut standing at the hill. You glance down, you see Nyx and Vansel and Dagna are almost back to the palace, where the sun is rising, but the moon's still in the sky.
Or is Chestnut just like slowly walking up to us? Did she catch all of this?
It's up to Chestnut. She never went anywhere, that she said, so.
I don't know. Well, you ran after them. And you had just told me to stop helping. So I would assume I'm still just standing by that rock.
Okay.
Sad and
I'll
confused.
Just wave at you and talking about this. My wire again. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Hero Chestnut. Scroll here. Apparently, I am engaged now. I don't really understand what she's saying.
Excuse me?
Anyways, if you would come.
Oh, wait, no. I just told you to opt out one marriage. I literally just told you as king to stop all marriages, and now you're getting married. You
can reply to this message. I can't hear anything you're saying, but you must wait until I finish spell, and then you can respond.
Are you done?
Yes, I am done. You should probably come, so we do not have to keep casting spell. It's kind of inconvenient, to be honest with you. But we should probably make sure that Stevie, apparently this is Nick's first name, we should probably...
I just caught that.
It took you that long.
I just caught that's why you were randomly making Nyx into Stevie.
I'm just gonna stomp off towards you. Like literally, you see this like bald-fisted little fairy like stomping towards you.
Apparently, Chestnut is very jealous of Skull's marriage.
She glanced back, Chestnut, and you see on the horizon of all those worlds, you see another fairy in a green dress and blonde hair going. And as you walk away, she just turns and heads back.
I didn't know there was an option.
Green dress and blonde hair. And then she gets snagged and her butt gets spanked as she drops dust everywhere.
This is there's so much happening tonight. Why?
So
That
mean,
really was
so
just an Easter egg. It's
manipulative.
okay, Chestnut.
Yeah.
That
No,
was
no,
that
I
was
mostly-
purely a
No,
Tinkerbell
no,
Easter
no.
for no
Mostly
reason.
between butt smacking, long swords, and
Or Tinkerbell.
No, that wasn't. The talking sword was real. That
What?
happened. In fact,
Yeah,
you probably
yeah,
heard the
Snicker
talking
Snack.
sword's words
Yeah,
because he has
it
no
was
indoor voice.
very long and stiff and lovely.
Long and
Let's-
stiff, yes, very
I'm-
focused.
This is also another thing people have said about me, but
Yeah,
Just-
Snicker Snack had no indoor voice. Nick's posted a GIF that is my inspiration for Snicker Snack a minute or two back. And if you haven't seen Demons, Soul Eater, it's worth a watch sometime.
Look, I'm gonna stomp off. I now know that. So Nyx has abandoned us. I've got 33 followers for Nyx. Well, Nyx and Squall. Squall's now getting married to someone he just met. I feel like we're watching Frozen. And all I've been told is that I'm not helpful. So I'm I'm kind of down in my little dumps.
Let it go, Chestnut. Don't
Bad
hold it
day.
back
Shut
anymore.
I'm gonna fix this myself, and I'm just gonna stomp away. But actually, I'm just stomping after Squall.
Okay. Nyx, you're gonna have like a 10-minute lead on them. You get to the castle. People are still dancing and talking. The conversation as you listen, like as you're walking, you're not like deliberately eavesdropping yet, but as you're walking by and catching it, all the talk is the Reaper of Yanvel and Reed has come back. He's claimed the throne. He's going to fight the Moonlit King. And the story is just deliberately spreading and latching onto this narrative that the Reaper is coming back to claim the crown in behalf of King Gwydion and take over the world of Anduin.
meanwhile, the one lady that told Nyx not to spread that name around is like, God damn it, Nyx.
You see
So
Palasha
one
and
thing-
Candlefoot off to one side,
one
just
thing I
kind of
told you
listening
not
to it
to
all
do.
going, we should pack up and leave. They're going to notice where we're from eventually.
Is anyone like dancing or anything like that I could distract people away from?
There's still
Let's just
some,
talk about how we're all gonna die.
there's still some talk about dancing. There's also a few people you hear courtiers, I can take the Reaper. How good can they be after 1,000 years? They have to be rusty and old and decrepit. I'm a good swordsman. I don't know. They said he slayed 50 men in a single morning before the sun came up.
Oh, you took a long rest too. Yeah.
You are level
Well, they're-
13, Boba.
Oh yeah, I forgot to level up. My bad. Whatever.
I
I'm
don't
gonna, like,
anticipate a lot of fighting today. so-
Glance at the various stores as we're walking along, and if I see people kind of thinking about dancing, I'll like kind of nudge them out there to get the Reaper talk
Roll.
quiet again.
I'll say persuasion or deception, your choice. It's not automatically deception because you're not like trying to lie to people. You're just trying to. Well, there you go.
Hey, if we're all
So
gonna die, might as well have a last dance, right?
You have your 7th level spell. The thing too powerful for Larian.
Right? I was getting so much XP, and I'm like, I could be 14 by now, but no.
What's funny is I don't think I actually picked any 7th level spell. I think I just have a bunch of spells I can cast at 7th level.
But I promise you, if Larian let us get to level 13, I want there to be a wizard in the party with simulacrum.
What was persuasion?
Persuasion or deception, your choice.
They are both charisma based, so 17.
Yes, they are. All right. Yeah, you start nudging people into dancing again.
Also, let like Dagna make a plate of food as we're walking along.
Yeah.
Answer any questions.
There's
she
No,
has.
I took teleport. That's what I took.
She asks a few questions like, "What does that mean to a symbol?" Or she's basically asking almost more adventure and arcana-based questions than like your normal kid expectation stuff, but she does ask questions, and you or Vance will provide answers and details as you go along.
Okay.
Roll perception.
30-20.
You see an older woman off to the side, steadily sewing, and she just makes deliberate eye contact with you and goes, like nods to the chair next to her, like there's a little table and then another chair.
Be right back. Don't let her go away again. Wander over.
You heard them, Dagna. No wandering off to the giant spider. Oh no, Squall disappeared.
They did.
Squall appears to be talking to Chestnut behind closed doors.
Besides,
Chestnut
I'm
seems
still
concerned.
here. I'm still standing.
Looking like a true survivor, feeling like a little kid. I'm still standing after all this time, singing louder so the crinkle of the chips is left behind.
Sorry, it's popcorn.
You're fine, I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, I'll go sit with her.
A rather dramatic return, wouldn't you say, this turn of events?
I suppose. Rumors tend to start from one person and go haywire very quickly.
No one really knows details about the Reaper. Only what happened that day.
I don't know. I heard some people calling them a Haragon, and apparently there's a gentleman outside that looks like a fish that might be him. I don't know.
Oh no, I was there. I was a healer on the field of battle. I remember
I see.
the morning of the duel. I can talk. The morning of the duel. There was only supposed to be one body. Right or wrong, victory or defeat. There was supposed to be one body to decide the fate. And to my surprise, I get alerted of incoming. And count 51 bodies of my countrymen laid out on their shields.
Sorry for your loss.
I don't think anyone's ever forgiven the Reaper for that. What do you make of it? You're a newcomer.
Not sure.
Do you think this Reaper is as bloodthirsty
I would have
and
to see both
villainous as
sides.
they say?
Maybe.
Do you think it's
Maybe not.
true he walks between shadows and wields the darkness in the stars as a scythe?
It's a little much.
Isn't it? I hope whoever this Reaper is, if they've returned, thinks about the price of power before they take any rash actions. Don't you think so?
I don't know. Authority can be quite tempting.
If you were this Reaper, would you want authority?
No.
Perhaps that's for the best.
Perhaps.
As you're talking, the sun comes up. And as the light goes through the windows, everyone disappears. And you find yourself sitting in an empty hall. All the finery is gone, all the tapestries, the banners, the food, everything. You're in an empty stone and wood building, sitting on a chair. As the door opens and in comes Squall and Chestnut. And on that note, we're about 2 hours, and I'm actually paying attention this time, so we'll take a quick break so people can get drinks and such if they need. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Did Vance
Okay, but I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin in an hour. I'm going to do
Are you a real pumpkin
Yeah.
or a metaphorical pumpkin?
a metaphorical pumpkin.
So completely empty except us.
Yep.
Who's empty?
You two walk in to an empty stone room.
Oh, we're back.
Mm-hmm.
What are you eating?
Yeah.
Spit it out.
Well, looks like you did it now, Chestnut. Everyone
What did
left.
I do? This is your fault. They're probably off celebrating your engagement or something.
This is possible too, but I'm believing that it's probably having something to do with the riot that you.
I didn't
tried-
start a riot. I started a revolution.
Let's start a riot.
Whatever you call
Engagement.
it. What?
Yeah, engagement
Yeah, apparently, I'm getting married to the.
to a horse girl.
I left you alone for 5 minutes, Paul.
She knew my name. She came raiding up and stalked and
Oh,
said, "Hey, Squall, I am here
so-
to marry you instead of my evil betrothed, the fiance or whatever they call them." And so we are having to now kill evil fiance, and I guess I am to be married to her. But it's okay. And I was like, I will
So
totally not.
the only requirement to marry you is to know your name and have you kill someone?
Well, I mean,
Alright.
this is the way.
Good news, he
to
stopped the
get
wedding.
Ortis back, you know. This
How do we
is
know
what
they're bad?
She was very pretty, and I'm believing that the words that she was saying were true.
All because she's pretty.
Also, apparently, I am new king. I don't understand what everything is going on. I just wanted to get friend back. I figured I will get married and, like fake my death or whatever. And we'll get Ortis back and she will mourn for a little bit and then she realized that maybe
And then
she's
she'll have
better
to
off.
Then she'll have to get married to the angry gentleman anyway.
Well, no, he will
Oh,
be
no, they'll
dead.
be dead.
Oh, he'll be
He already
dead.
agreed to murder them. I think so. I guess now.
Oh, that
What?
comes in the prenuptial agreement.
I do.
She was pro Reaper of. Oh no, she was not pro you, but she was okay with
Which I think we need to
Tethio.
talk about.
Yeah,
I
apparently
noticed a lot
people
of
do
Yes,
not
we do.
like
call you the
Who's
this,
the
Reaper?
Reaper
Reaper?
of Valiant
who-
Reed, Nix?
And who was Evan Reed? Did he deserve to be reaped, or where I
I
come
believe to
from,
be the
reaping
Reaper,
is
you have
very
reap
a
multiples.
punishable crime. People usually get
You
no
just
means
said
no,
you were
and
going
yes
to
means
murder a man
yes.
you've never even met for a pretty
But-
lady on a horse.
Well, I don't agree with Squall's actions. No one gets called a Reaper for
You
doing one
randomly
thing.
slayed people in a church that you didn't know.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You're like, all right, I guess we're doing this, and you killed
Well,
the dog.
Chestnut
I
stand
was-
by that because they were viciously murdering other people and we stopped that.
They were
It's not like-
viciously
Plus,
murdering
they
other
weren't
people.
they weren't even.
And
real
Ryan did it
people.
first.
It's like
They
we
were
walked
like
into a church and went,
shadows
"You
of-
stab."
And no
they're
one's
like-
ever called me a Reaper. I mean, they've called me lovely and nice and other names, but never Reaper.
I'm still not unconvinced that maybe you were the one who killed all of your people. It seems strange that you were the only one left after Sister supposedly came in and killed all your fairy friends.
Do not. Okay. Where's the sister of yours again?
While they're doing that,
just
I'm
one
gonna-
more time.
I mean, sometimes when you get mad, random things happen, and
What are you
sometimes
talking
they're-
about?
Sometimes they are good, sometimes they're.
I don't. You take you and your.
That does make a good point. I mean, I heard them kept using Nix's name, but it's Prismia, time's fluid. Where were you 1,000 years ago during the War of the Pigs, Chestnut?
Me?
Yeah,
I thought you were
it's
talking to
old.
Nix. You
You think
Did I
I'm 1,000 years old?
think I'm 1,000
You
years
know how old Haragons
old?
live.
Look at me.
I'll be lucky to hit 60.
Ansel, did you know that Nix's name is Stevie? It's strange.
I did not hear that.
What?
That's a very strange
Nix.
thing.
Mhm.
Okay, this is
I
bad,
didn't know that
guys.
either.
This is. I think they're trying to get us to turn against each other.
I don't think they're doing anything per se, Chestnut, because, they've reacted to us specifically. And you
why are we
answered my
left in this
questions.
weird
1,000 years
shack?
ago, what were you doing? What did you do
I
during
wasn't
the war?
alive. The war of what?
The war of...
Big war? I
Yeah,
wasn't alive.
when Prismia got bacon for the first time.
I mean, I've only ever known bacon.
Delicious bacon.
How old do you think I am?
I don't know.
I,
We just got
I've
done
learned
accusing Nix of being 1,000 years old. Why couldn't
this
you?
is trick question, Pencil. You are not supposed to be answering that question.
Yeah.
I've learned
How
that.
long do you think I live? How old do you think I am?
I think you are looking very beautiful for the age that you are, Chestnut.
I think
Not
time
beautiful
is a
enough to
vapid
marry.
illusion that only matters to mortals, and that our time and scale is entirely perceptive and changeable.
I'm gonna look around for anybody. Where are we gonna go kill Squall's
Sister?
whatever it is? Sister.
Yeah, what are the details on that? No, we're not going to kill Skull's sister.
Sorry,
Why did you need to kill sister? She's fine. She's to get the ship.
Van Sol leans over. She did murder her family, remember?
No, she did not. That was other.
Not arguing
that was-
semantics. I'm just pointing out why.
Technically, that version of Gil was dead. And
Technically, you're the
brought
one
back as
that brought it
zombie.
back up. Okay.
I'm just
We have
saying
to
that
figure
it's
this
just
out. We have to get Ordis. Is Ordis the glue that holds us together? Oh my
No.
gosh, Ordis.
Let's not go crazy now.
Ordis. We need Ordis. Okay, everyone. Okay, as the leader of this group, I have a plan.
You know, Chestnut, I think if anyone is the glue, it's you.
Really?
Is anyone around?
Nope. You look around, there's literally 6 of you. Dagna's like
So
walking
opening
around the
doors.
room poking at things.
Also, were you like trapped here now? Or I thought we were supposed to leave before sun came up, and apparently that there's people that are gone, and we are still here.
You're supposed to leave before the sun set in the forest. That whatever that ship is sailed a long time ago.
Well, I guess we could head back. I mean, I do not know where the lady on the horse went. Don't even remember her name. I have it written down somewhere. It's Rihanna or something like that. This is a very difficult name to pronounce. Rhiannon.
It's like Ryan with an extra Brian, are you in relation to this person?
Ryan's asleep. Left him with the spider.
I'm pretty sure Ryan said he was going to stay outside. And then he put a suit on and came in.
What do? You're in an empty room. Nick starts opening doors.
I don't know how to feel or what to do, and I feel lost.
You know,
I guess I would just
when
follow
that
Nick's.
happens, Nick Chestnut, I just trust my instincts. Take a chance and leap.
But do not stab people, Chestnut. Do not trust that the instinct.
I've never stabbed anyone unless they deserved it.
Reggie.
Did prison guard deserve to be stabbed? I've hearing this story of you stabbing a very nice person.
They,
telling
there
me
we have
that.
concrete evidence I did not kill them.
Well, yes, but that does not mean that you should still stab someone. I mean, I could stab someone and not kill them, and it would still be rude.
It was Julian's fault. Look, there's either here or there.
Do I know who Julian? Did you stab Julian too, or was this?
Blame the child.
Literally, figuratively, maybe. But you know what? We need to get out of here, right? We need to get out of
I
here.
thought we
To
needed
get
to
Ordis.
meet whatever it is to break up this wedding so we can meet the queen. So
We
can try and
broke
get
up the
Aldous.
wedding.
Did we?
The wedding is broken up.
Are you sure
We're
about
on-
that?
I think
Paul
we're on-
is now marrying her.
Well,
I
okay.
think we're
Here's the
step
thing.
one
I am
of
thinking that
breaking up the wedding.
yes, I am thinking this will probably piss off, future husband, and he will come and try to, we're like, hey, I challenge you to death, and then I will be like, okay, and we will probably do like something like that, and then we just leave really quickly before wedding happens. After we get Ortis.
All I know is I think somebody here, I'm not saying who, might have caused a civil war. And we should probably leave before that happens.
Yeah, it's like a
So-
nut person did that.
I
What
believe
type
it was
of crazy
Vansel,
nut
but
for
I don't like
What
to
about
point
you?
fingers.
The only time I talked, you all foisted it on me, and I kept looking to you for leads and answers, and you all just grinned at me and nodded.
You were doing brilliant. So,
Let's
who's going to be
ransack
Squall's
this
best
place.
man, and who's going to help carry Ortis away as a statue?
Well, obviously you're going to be the best man because look at me. I
Why?
believe I'm a man.
Well, you have
Second,
this
Got a belt.
fancy belt you could put on and do
You've got a
whatever.
point.
you want to
that is a
do.
great point. That is an excellent point. But I
Well,
think I need to be the one that
perhaps-
carries Ortis. I'm very
Well,
strong.
Perhaps you're best man, and you find a wonderful person that you are in love with, and at wedding, and you're like,
Yeah, they might have a
Hey.
great bridesmaid for
Mm.
you.
But do I have to stay a man?
no, I mean, love is, I am believing
A
that
battlefield.
Love knows
doesn't
no
matter,
boundaries.
But yes, love,
Right, it's
you
a
could love anyone that
battlefield.
does not matter what they look like. I mean, clearly, Rhiannon loves me, even though I look like fish. I'm very
You're
handsome
kind of
fish.
not
But
hot fish. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
see,
say that
exactly.
out loud. I didn't say that out
Mhm.
loud. I did not say that out loud.
Chestnut, you cannot break up this wedding.
Look,
If you want him,
Okay.
you have to come in
I
on a
don't-
horse.
I don't want to touch any horses, and I don't want any fish boys. This,
So you're racist. No horses, enough fish.
What about a bear? What if it's not really
Also-
a bear? What if it's a person who just looks like a bear?
I love a bear. I'd like a really large bear for
And
my
wrap-
tiny little stature, please.
Also, technically, I am not
You're
fish.
barbarian.
I am
Yes.
actually a humanoid. Triton are not actually fish people. We just because you're
That's
always
true.
calling me fish, I make joke, but
If
I
you
am
want to fish
not
people, there's
actually.
Palasha, the mermaid who is at the party.
Okay, so let's do this then. Let's get married.
She has
I
a
don't know.
lovely
What are we
cousin.
supposed to be doing? Look.
Perhaps we go back to town and see if there's riots, and we just.
I
find
think we need to
work
stay away
leave.
from the riots. I think we need to run. We got this. What if? What if? Wait, Henry, do you think
Get your foot out my
if
face.
we stay here until nightfall again, the party will start back up? And we won't have to do anything. We just wait.
Do we know where King lives? Like the castle or whatever this place is.
Wait, doesn't he live here? He isn't listed.
In this dump? No, I do not think this is where the king lives.
This
Isn't
is
this?
a lovely place.
Was this where King lives? This is where
You
Queen
came
was.
here expecting it to be the Moonlit King, and everyone talks
Yeah.
about the Moonlit King, but no one specifically mentioned him or addressed him being around.
Yeah. Did they say the queen was there though?
Pardon me. You could get an audience. The Fate Spinner offered an audience with the Queen if you did the favor with breaking up the wedding.
Which you have. You've broken up the wedding, even though I told you to just outlaw weddings, but whatever. I'm not letting that one go.
Has he broken up the
Let's
wedding
go.
though? Sounds like
No, we need to go
it
break.
sound-
we need to
sounds
go
like-
break up the wedding.
based on what Skull said, it sounds like the wedding's going to be tomorrow, and he's supposed to go in there and object. You know, all dramatic like they do in the plays.
Then let's just do it. Let's go to the wedding. Let's
That's
go to the wedding
tomorrow.
and you can get your horse girl. Yeah, but there's no way it hasn't started. I mean, they have a rehearsal dinner. They probably have a feast beforehand. There's no way this is. I mean, look at their family. There's no way this is a one and done event.
All right. Where are we
Plus, we
going?
probably need to find a ticket. Pepper. Sorry.
Who are you waving at?
Oh, there's probably Cat up there trying to pee in things, and so we want to make sure that Cat does not pee in things that Cat
I
should
don't know.
not be
It seems like this
peeing
place
in.
is very
Oh,
empty.
Twig's back. Twig, I missed you.
Twig. He's all
I'm
patting.
sorry. I had a moment. She's still being suspicious.
Did you have a moment?
Look, let's just go to the wedding.
Or chase her away.
I don't wanna
You know-
go out.
You know what we should do? We should go
Throw
find
something
wedding
at her.
gifts. We should go find wedding gifts.
That sounds like an excellent idea. What type of gift do you give a? I don't know who this is. Or I going to it. I mean, we're stopping it, but
Clearly, she likes
Awesome.
horses, so maybe we like give her brush or carrots or
She
something.
likes fish, so maybe fish
Oh
tank.
no.
if someone
Okay,
has
go back.
ability to summon a greater steed, we could always just give that to her.
Oh, that was Juan.
know.
Juan could do that. I was like, I think I have that spell. I don't.
I didn't necessarily expect you to have it, but there was a chance. Magic Bardic Secrets.
Yeah, I took Big B's hand and
I just know on
counterspell it.
Bardic Secrets, Fine Greater Steed and Swift Quiver are very popular choices.
Are they? Yeah, I was gonna do the Steel Wind Strike because that kind of fit what I was doing, but I'm like, none of us have counterspell. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Ortis does. I don't know. And
I don't know what this is anymore.
Vancel has Counterspell.
oh, Vancel has counterspell. Yeah. Okay. Well, then I will not. Maybe I'll switch it for something else. But I definitely wanted Big B's giant hand because it's a hilarious spell.
Okay.
Um,
Let's go buy our wedding gifts.
I have a wedding
Let's
gift.
just
yes.
No one's used this thing entirely since we got it.
What's
Oh
this?
yeah.
this-
He holds up a little figurine of a fly.
We got
Oh,
we
I bet I have
pets.
something in my bag.
Yeah, give
I'm
her
gonna
your
give him-
frog. It's not like you took him out.
Oh, I'm gonna give him candy.
I thought
Just
you.
stuff
I
him
don't
in your
think you have
bag.
candy anymore. I thought your candy got like something happened. to the
She was gonna trade the candy for something, and
She
they're like,
offered to
"Mm,
trade,
really?
but I don't believe that happened.
Oh, okay, I was gonna
No,
say.
she tried to
I-
trade. She tried to trade it to Zozo.
Hmm.
I did. No, I currently still have. Let's see,
Clearly, she needs some candy.
20 pieces.
Have some candy. How's that? It's gonna bug me now.
King Candy and Wreck-It Ralph.
That's
I tried to watch that today.
Good old Alan Tudyk. He the rooster himself.
Yeah, I don't have anything, and I'm not giving her any weapons.
Give her the one size.
I mean, we could just do a group gift.
Yes, we're all giving her the ebony fly.
Wait, did we sell those cards? The cards of the other cards that make Ortis Poof?
I refuse to acknowledge if we have those cards or not.
Why don't we give them those? Maybe it would help us.
Did
Maybe
it-
give it to the groom
it-
specifically.
See the cards get yeeted out of the window.
I don't think those cards should come out of wherever they are. Wherever they are, I think they should just stay there safely and never be touched by anyone.
Don't think it was a straight eat. I think we should give them those cards.
If only we had access to them.
You do have access.
Do I?
Yes,
He
you do.
opens his bag. I don't see a deck of
Give-
cards in here.
Let
What if-
Chestnut give her the pink Ortis pants that say Ortis on the butt.
Oh, there they are. He reaches into the bag, pulls them out, hands you the pants with the orders on the butt. Yeah,
know
I
what?
don't.
Maybe-
I'm looking. I don't see any cards in here at all.
You are lying.
I am not lying. Look for yourself. I see no cards.
18 on a insight check, by the way, because
He does
Skull
not
doesn't
see
know.
cards.
He doesn't know what they're talking about anyways, but he's just curious. now.
For what it's worth, with an 18, I'll roll deception. He does not see any cards, and you're pretty sure it's because it's a bag of holding, and you're looking into it. It's looking into a black empty, either an empty bag or a black void, unless you actually reach in to pull things.
Well, it's two gifts.
He's lying. He's telling the truth by technicality.
I mean, you could always give them Jasper.
My baby?
Oh shit! where's
Baby on the
Jasper?
boat.
Yeah, he's still back on the. He's on with Squall's sister.
You give him small sister.
What? We don't give people away. We're not slavers. My God, Chestnut.
I don't know why. We can give him this porcelain jar.
Oops.
I have a black opal. Let me give him an opal.
Let's just give them gemstones.
Oh, what? Oh, that's a good idea. Give me the pouch.
No,
Shake
it's
one
mine.
out. Give me.
Okay, so we've got the gift.
Yes, we have gift.
Do we need a gift? Do we need a gift? Why are we getting a gift? If we're
I
just
don't
gonna
know.
kill
I
the
thought we
dude,
were
why
here
are
to
we getting
object
a
to the
gift?
wedding, but you all latched onto this gift
Yes.
idea, and I was trying to be helpful.
I-
And
I thought if we wanted in, we wanted to blend in because we didn't get invitations or anything.
Why don't
So
we
we're like,
just go kill the guy? That's why I said go now, the day before the wedding, and kill him in his like bride.
Okay.
Where is
Where
he?
is he?
I don't care. I don't know. I do care. I don't know where he's
Well, we
at.
kind of need to know that.
Did your fiance tell you anything?
Because I have
Go
a
ahead.
moment where I'm like, does anyone have find the path? Yes, school.
Does anyone else like question how she knew my name? Like she like knew who I was and said that I was
she
supposed to
knew
be
your
married.
name.
We're in the
Yes,
Feywild,
that's
so I
what I
didn't
said.
really question it, but yes, that is a little odd.
I mean, it is perhaps that we are on
What
list
color was her
for
hair?
wedding, black. But she was not very nice black-haired witch that I met that one time. She
It's not
still,
very broad, although it'd be hilarious, Nix.
yeah. No, I would not do that to Ortis. It was it's what very.
Not do it to Ortis. Tell him you did it because you needed to get him back. You married his
You know,
wife.
I do not think she would want to marry me anyways. I kind of betrayed her and tried to kill her, but
So did Ortis. That's fine.
I mean, who hasn't?
Let's just go. Let's go to the wedding. It's gotta be a big social event. I don't think we could.
no,
miss
I
it.
am
It's a
saying that
pretty
we are
big
probably
deal.
on
go.
list. If they knew
That's
who
what I'm
we
saying.
were,
I
then
don't
we
know.
are probably on
Let's go.
list.
Let's
And
go.
then
We're
we
not
go
gonna
to
have
the
a problem
wedding.
finding it. So let's just go to town. I'll be the
Alright.
first person we know. We'll
Let's
be
go
like,
to go to
okay.
town. We're in the middle of the forest, but let's go to town.
well, isn't this forest have a town?
I don't know where we're going to get there. That's the thing.
Is it,
We are
like-
literally
I can
I
get
thought it was
us
like a
there if
town
you
in
would
the
like us to.
forest.
It's no problem. If we
I
need
still
to
think
get
that if we
there
just
quick.
waited out until tomorrow night, and then I bet the wedding's here. Why would they not have the wedding at the castle?
because it's not
This
the
is
king's
not the
wedding.
castle.
This is Shack.
Then why is the throne here?
Is it?
Well,
That's how you became king.
yes,
Who's
Rock
king?
was apparently thrown.
Who's king? Who's king? Are we living the same life?
Apparently not. Wait, me? Look, bitch.
I will not.
So what exactly is our plan? Just to make sure we're all on the same page.
We're
here.
going to a wedding that we don't know where it is and don't know how to get to. Let's go.
The plan is to keep Chestnut insane, and so she murders everyone.
No, I'm
Chestnut
pretty.
wants to stay.
I am,
I would.
Chestnut wants to stay here for 24 hours until people come back.
I am believing
Okay.
once word gets out that I exist and I am apparently marrying her now, I maybe husband will come and challenge me. I was thinking that is how it worked, but I guess we could go to wedding as well.
So what you're saying is my plan of just waiting will work because they'll find us.
I mean, we could always just ask people. They probably know. I mean, they all seem
gonna go out
to
the
know
front
quite
door.
a bit about. Plus, I was talking to a whole crowd, and
Okay.
apparently the wedding was in like a week or something. It wasn't even tomorrow. I made
Really?
that up.
You stole a chip? You had to steal a chip.
No, I did not steal chip. I don't even know what that is. Is this other person that you kill, like Evan? One day you will tell me a story, glorious story about you slaying the evil elven Reed, and
Well,
why they
might
call you
never-
Reaper.
I, friend, I do not have any memories of that. So.
None?
Perhaps
No.
we unlock memory. There's ways to do that.
I was here talking to everyone. They said the.
I forgot you were still here. Oh, you're so quiet.
I'm sorry. Father always said to be quiet when adults are talking, but you guys seemed like you weren't sure. Velen Reed, I overheard them saying, is a place in the forest up south of here.
Oh, there we go.
Got my
Well,
notes.
maybe we go there next and they can have happy reunion with person slayer of evil Evan Reed, and they many cheers for the famous Reaper of Mr. Reed.
And then we can go kill a strig mermaid. That's gray.
I almost said in Otterheart, but that's not right.
Yes. Not in the otter's heart.
Let's go. Oh,
So are you guys going to try and head to Valenria? You going to explore the castle? Because I know, Nix, you said you were opening doors, and then everyone kind of got into the conversation
This
about
is
the...
castle.
Nah, I'll head
We
south.
could, maybe we could always look around if you want to try to see anything that. I mean,
I
maybe
was
this
seeing
is.
if Ortis was around. Maybe there's like a plethora of Ortises.
Well, maybe we spend a few minutes. I mean, like I said, I could get us back to town really quickly. Like, we don't need to walk there. But if you like, maybe we spend time. If you want to try to see maybe Ortis is here, we could try doing that, and then I could just teleport us back to town.
Let's do it. We did it. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll spend a
Ortises.
few minutes, split up a little bit, and just run through the.
Everyone roll me a perception or an investigation, your choice.
17.
28.
You said I can roll a perception?
Perception or investigation, whichever one you would prefer to roll.
24.
I will give it to Squall on account of the 28. You guys search. Eventually, you come to a
What
room.
were we doing? Oh, okay. That was a bad place to pause. That was a bad place to pause.
Amazing! After a year!
Never mind, Squall. Chestnut, you eventually come to a room. It's a very fancy room, very pretty. Sculpting along the walls, giving it ridges and contours. And
In awkward places.
And that's just how you break the ladies.
It's not my fault. Lil said it.
And you see an empty throne. And to the left of that throne are several glass objects on a pedestal.
First, I'm gonna go like not just like pick up the glass objects, but kind of like slowly, carefully, like observe them, and then like you know how you like hold things. Like, I'm gonna respectfully fondle them.
You respectfully caress and touch the various glass objects.
Not like
Yes, I understand.
not like that. But like,
I'm not giving you dictates on definition. I'm not going dirty.
like that. Yeah, I smoke one.
Okay. You guys eventually catch up and you see Chestnut examining several crystal objects. Some are figurines, some are long cylindrical rods with slight curves. They're in purple and blue, and they're very artistically set up and balanced there. And Squall, you notice
Queen's chambers.
the pedestal itself is actually glass, and you see hundreds of little glowing beads in the pedestal.
I would recommend not touching those beads. They might have been places that I believe this is maybe pleasure room for Queen. This is probably where we find the Ortis.
No. I think this is different.
The beads are not strung together.
Oh, okay.
Like, wow. I'm gonna sit in the throne.
All right.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
You sit on the throne. You feel a faint vibration.
Why?
As you realize the throne is made of crystal, and it seems to react and resonate with any type of sound in the air.
Shh. I gotta be quiet.
What does that chestnut? Is everything all right?
No,
Do you
shh,
want
I
me
should
to
be
keep
quiet.
talking?
No,
What is going on?
No,
You are
no.
saying things that I am.
As Squall is talking to you, the chariot continues to vibrate. It's a very even, smooth, repetitive
What are we
vibration.
listening
It's
for?
soothing. It's
I don't hear
relaxing. It's
anything.
not a big deal. It feels gentle.
She's like telling me to stop talking, but I don't really understand why. I think I was gonna go check out the beans, but
I don't hear anything, and I got some big. All right.
Come here. Come sit down.
No, thank you.
I don't
Come,
want to sit on your
I
lap,
will
Chestnut.
move. No, I'm gonna move.
All
Come sit
right.
down. You feel that? Can you guys talk again?
I cast the detect magic
You
to
do
see if
cast
I am
detect magic.
detecting,
What?
detecting any type of magical thing.
That's what
Is
gets back
the
up.
magic
You
vibrating?
detect magic. Every single bead in that pedestal glows. As do 2 of the glass objects on top.
Maybe.
One
we
has
should-
the beads all have would be abjuration to represent like someone being contained and trapped. Magical barrier, so to speak.
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
the various glass objects, the ones that radiate magic, radiate transmutation.
Nix, pick one of those objects at random, like any one of them. It doesn't matter.
6.
Okay, I'll pick up the 6th bead and I will cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
One iron
Roll.
flask in Baldur's Gate.
Roll a spell. Oh, roll the spell. Roll your spellcaster. You know what you know what you're doing. As I mumble like an idiot.
I get to add half my proficiency bonus to this too,
Yes,
right?
you do because you're a bard.
Okay. Which are so it'd be +2. That's 20, 30, 20.
Dirty 20, you say? Alright. You cast your spell. And as your magic settles over the bead and seeks to break it, I'm looking for exactly what we're dealing with here. The bead dissipates into nothingness. And slowly, ever so slowly, roll me a d100.
You got this. Don't roll a 33.
46.
46.
Don't roll 16. 13. Whatever.
Well, for the record, I don't think Ortis is any with those beads. I think he's one of the other 2 objects on top, but I'm just seeing if this works.
46. The bead dissipates and slowly convalesces into a small boy. Appears to be human. Who looks around very, very... sees you and runs behind the throne. Seems to be looking around very confused, very frantic.
Don't be afraid, boy. I just freed you from whatever prison you were in. Why are you prisoned in bead? Is your name Ortis? Were you no, this was human child, wasn't it? Right, it's not Ortis, but curious to see why they were trapped in prison. Clearly they don't know how to talk. This is they want to try. Maybe they speak a language. I speak like one other language, but I could try Elvish if you would like me to. I will say, hello, my name is Squall in Elvish. I am not here to hurt you. We're here to let you free.
Roll an insight or a perception, your choice.
I'll go and how young do they look?
16, I believe. I have a plus 12 on perception, so 16 because I'm rolling so well today.
I will go with 16 purely because I don't want to deal with some of the nastier aspects of Fae behavior and creepiness.
Alright, so I'm not going to take a trinket off and wave it in front of their eyes.
They don't seem to have an issue with a language barrier. They don't seem to know how to talk.
This is Nyx. They will take care of you now. They are your new dad. They are in the Nyx in them. Vansel, they're into adopting stray child, or maybe you would like to go with. I would actually recommend. Yes, that.
Stray.
Your name is Stray. Okay, this is Stray.
Stray.
This is Nyx. Stray, yes, Stray. Nyx, this is Stray. They would very much like to be your friend.
The Chester just froze for a second there with the most evil grin ever.
I am going to try to see if I can find the word this.
Hey, you do that to all of them. What are you talking about?
I do not have that many. I mean, we would take this would take me a couple days to.
All right.
Or we
Let's
could just
take them all with us.
Yeah,
take them to the boat. Yeah.
Sure.
Anyone who wants to roll nature.
I don't think I have nature.
16 again. So 12 plus 4.
Nature.
15 was the DC. I'm just waiting to see if Nyx gets it too.
Only a 12 for me.
I got a 10.
Okay. So Squall, as you're just trying to rack your brain of what exactly the situation is here, you flash back to the stories you heard growing up and the stories you've told and even the ones you've experienced about how hags reproduce, so to speak. Because there's always stories about a hag offering some benefit to someone in exchange to take their kid. But the legends have always said further that the hags don't raise the kid as a new hag. The hags kill the kid, and that lets them create their own baby. You're thinking maybe there's more to it than that. Maybe it's not so simple as just a killing. And you're wondering if maybe this isn't some kid that was the price of a hag contract. They've still aged, they've still grown, but they've never been taught or educated or shown anything. Similar concept to how they handled Adam Warlock in Guardians 3.
Mm-hmm. You're in good hands with these two. I will turn over and look at the two objects that are sitting on the glass objects that were sitting on top. What do they look like? Does one have a little elven man banging on the glass who's naked?
No. As a note, though, while you're looking at those, Vansel does walk up and say, if you need, we want to put the beads in here, make it easier to hide that we have them.
Yes, and we'll probably want to do that. I mean, I could definitely cast it many times, but I will not be able to do it all at one time.
Makes sense.
Stop it.
Unless you have spell as well as
I do not. I'm sorry. I can counter the magic as it's woven. I don't have the ability to. Okay. Hold please, as I'm looking for something, but it's randomly being very glitchy in terms of letting me look up things on D&D Beyond. Everything's coming back with, we can't find the result for that. It's like, wait, what? There are two that I said radiated magic. The one you pick up is a rod approximately a foot long. One end has a carved face that is carved in a way that's very easy to grip and hold on to. Has 2 like wing protrusions that come out. The rest of it is long and cylindrical, tapers to a dull point. Has ridges across the surface where inset are red gemstones. It is radiating a combination of conjuration and necromancy.
Put that one back. Grab the other one. Will you make sure to remind me later to wash my hands before I eat?
What's everyone's
Because-
passive perception, by the way?
Passive perception?
Mm-hmm.
No, 17.
22.
Yeah, you both see Vansel just slide it into the bag.
Good job, Wenzel. Yes, that does. Keep that one for later. It has evil magic, and perhaps maybe Chestnut will want to try it later. I don't know. So maybe
The other one radiates enchantment and transmutation. And it appears to be a longa. It's about a 3-foot long rod that has a heavy cold iron end at one end. The rest of the rod is very carefully, clearly not metal or not iron. It's copper and bronze and wood. But there are 6 raised gems along the length of it.
Can I just cast Identify? Like, is that a thing? I mean, I
If
have
you
the
want to
spell.
stochastic identify, absolutely.
Yeah, can I just do that? Like,
Sure.
I mean, I'll just spend a level 1 spell slot and do it. Like,
Sure.
so I
Which
don't.
one are you identifying?
The one that I'm like looking, because the other one went in the bag. So,
You have a rod of lordly might.
a rod of lonely might.
Lordly might.
Well,
In its base form, this functions as a +3 mace. The gemstones are buttons. Each button does something. The first button makes the weapon into a flame tongue sword. Second button makes it a +3 battle axe. Third button makes it extend into a 6-foot pike. The fourth button transforms into a climbing pole 50 feet long with little handholds.
that's really cool.
Fifth button transforms it into a handheld battering ram that gives you a +10 bonus on strength checks to break things. And the 6th button, the rod resumes its normal mace form. And it will also indicate magnetic north.
Vansel, can I have that other glass thing that you put down? I wanted to see if maybe this is also the. I'd like to see what it is. Chestnut, will you hold on to this? I'll throw her the rod of lordly might.
If you're still sitting in the chair, it vibrates when you catch it. He pulls the other one back out.
I'll cast. That was my last first level spell, but I'll cast Identify on that one too.
It is a rod of resurrection.
Nice.
It has 5 charges. Oh, as a side note, these both require attunement.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
The rod has 5 charges. While you hold it, you can use an action to cast Heal for 1 charge, or Resurrection for 5 charges. The rod regains 1 charge at dawn. If the rod is reduced to 0 charges, roll d20 on a 1. The rod disintegrates.
Yeah, it disappears.
So every time you use the resurrection, you're risking.
Right, but heal is a.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hella good spell. I'm gonna put that in my. Save that for later. Some thinking things. Anyways, do we want to try taking all these beads, or
Vansel looks at you. He's already been slowly.
we're good? I mean, it's
Yeah,
possible.
it definitely
It's slow. He's been going one at a time because he's like, I don't know if they'll break or something could happen to him. So I'm just.
Also, are we assuming that the queen is Heg? Like,
I assume we're assuming the queen is Fae, and that doesn't ever tell you anything about what you're dealing with in any way, shape, or form.
But
I mean,
why
let's reiterate the sanest vein.
Michael,
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Justin.
why is this throne shaky?
I don't know.
I believe it is for
Don't
self pleasure.
say it. Don't say it.
I mean, I would assume this is
So-
why you're still sitting on chair every time we thought you were making.
I
your
tried to
thing.
get someone else to.
Yes, Fenzel sat on it.
I'll sit down next to. Is it big enough for me to sit down next to
It's a single
Chestnut?
person.
I'm sorry. I mean, no one else can sit there. You're already sitting in a chair.
I got up for bed.
You're being a chair hog. You say that no one else wants to sit in the chair. And
I'm
you're
to
left
stand up
chair.
and I'm gonna stand up and go to the corner. Just stand in the corner of the room.
And pout.
Yes. Like a baby.
Hey, I give you really cool weapon. You get all mad at me for. I mean, I could take it back. Like
No,
maybe
I
could use it.
thought you just wanted me to hold it for you. I didn't have to use it.
I mean, I will take it back if you'd like
No,
me
no,
to.
no, no, no. I thought you were just
Like, there's probably things that I could use.
You thought he was just helping you out and holding on to it?
Heading back to the south.
Because you said it was a
Really, Vansel? Really?
flame
What?
sword.
Nothing. Grab it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I literally just repeated what Squall said.
Yep.
Meanwhile, let me favorite this 100 Fey situations.
So what kind of sword is the flame tongue? It just says that it's any sword. What kind of sword does it make when you push the button?
Isn't that the thing that you fight in the
It says you choose the type of sword.
the
Oh, really?
Hey,
Oh,
stop it.
maybe I'll take that back then, because I could actually use that.
It's
If you press two buttons, the rod flames. Those two crescent-shaped blades spring out. A magic battle axe. Button. Spear point. Yeah, magic spear. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
spear
Sorry.
himself.
Yes, we're going that. Well, do you want me to? Do you want me? I could just teleport us back. Like, we do not need to walk back. If you, I mean, by all means,
Oh, that's
we can
fine.
walk if you'd like to. And
My only thought about cutting and running is one, what if Voltus is in these beads? And two,
Well, I didn't say we were running. We were going
No, I
no,
was
no,
saying
but Squall's offering to teleport us back to town.
Yes, just town. It's next to forest. We could always just go back into forest, or
I don't know, make it so again.
it's just,
I don't know if we should just walk back in the forest. That would probably be a bad idea.
I mean, we're heading to the forest right now.
Yeah, I think we should try teleport.
As you guys are walking, Nix, you see the forest ahead of you. Because you guys make the decisions. I'm just... So far, Nix has said they want to go south to the Velen Riad, and you all start walking with them, and now you're debating the teleport, so...
I kind of wanted to go out just to go back in when we already came in and dealt with the nonsense to come in the first place. Just my 2 cents. We could go through it again.
Also, to be clear, Nix is
Just
not going to, like, the forest you guys trekked through. They're going to a different... You guys are very much in the Feywild right now. In fact, you're not entirely sure how to walk back to the forest. Presumably it's possible somehow, but...
I mean, if you would like, we could just stay here. If, we could like, I mean,
that's what Chestnut was saying.
I can just.
She's throwing her hands up in the air and kind of
Well, like she just
angrily
doesn't care.
stomping her foot. And
I have magical tent.
I'm sure she
we
can.
could erect and we could stay
So it's very
very
important to make
safe
sure
place.
you magically erect things.
Yes, this is what people tell me.
sometimes it takes magic.
It does.
Sure, we can
And I
go
don't hold
in
it
the
against
magic
people.
erect tents
Many people
the
tell
magic
me I
erect
have
tent.
magic in me, but
for 12 hours until...
Every
Sure.
time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
I'm just saying I have magic tent. We could stay. It's
I would like to
safe
say
place.
Magic taint.
please erect it.
Now you're pushing.
This is proper word to say when you build tent, but I guess it's not. Maybe this is.
Please place your tent up. We'll stay in a tent inside this building. Sure.
Actually, it's just spell. I just cast this more like bubble than tent. I just like calling it tent because it sounds cooler.
But I don't think we need it either way
Not,
because we're
not
in
the
a
tiny
building.
hut.
It is the tiny hut, yeah. But it's figured
So
it's
wait,
basically
are
a
we going
bubble.
into the forest, or are we going to make a tent? If we're making a tent, are we doing it right here in the hall? What happens if
That's what
nightfall
I was
comes and they all come back?
Hold on.
I.e., when they come back, because does anyone really think
Let's
they're
go
just all
on the
gone?
roof. Let's go on the
On
roof.
the roof? Why are we going on the roof now?
This is not a bad idea,
Because
actually.
sometimes you have to take a chance and leap, Chestnut.
Yeah, to our death. Let's go.
No, I think it's time to try defying gravity.
I mean, you can fly. Like, you would not die if you fell
Yeah,
off
you
the
would be
roof.
fine. If anyone fell off, it'd be me. Or...
I was being
It'd
dramatic.
actually probably just be me or Dagna, to be honest.
But it's fine. I have spells. I could, like, make you levitate or whatever. So don't have
And I can
to
make you weigh as
I'm
much
try-
as a feather.
See,
I'm trying to
this
imagine if Squall fell, could he suddenly catch himself swimming?
Well,
and
that's
how
what I
that would
said.
be.
Like, because I dove off of stuff, you know.
It
'Cause
would,
you
if he actually got like knocked or fell, it would just be like an acrobatics or an athletics or a dex save to.
Because, like, what I imagine is he takes the ring off when he's not, because it says you treat air as if it was water, and so I think like I'll put the ring on when I want to, you know, swim and stuff, instead of just like. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. He has a swimming speed as a walking speed, but I think it's cooler, kind of like the Bilbo Baggins, you know, when he wants it, he puts it on and.
Erect thy tent on the roof.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to erect tents on the roof.
You
So
didn't
we
want
can
to sleep
stay
in the hall.
here
You go to the roof
and
of this
wait for
palace.
people, which was my
Yeah.
original plan.
This gives us 8 hours free time. Like, we could totally just, you know, hang out. And I figured this is probably Chestnut's dream. It's like giant sleepover that you're always talking about.
It is. It
Not,
is literally my
not
dream,
ever
which is why
inviting Squall to its sleepovers.
I've always invited Squall to the sleepovers.
I've never seen him at a sleepover.
This is what I was
Yeah,
Well,
saying.
we haven't really had a lot of them since school. Whoa. I'm not getting a bad rap for this. We have not had any sleepovers since Squall came back. I think it's only been like 2 days.
Chestnut.
So you're saying you only did it when Ollie was here, but when Squall comes
Squish.
here, suddenly I was doing fish
Squish
and
Squall.
Squall.
Squish. How did you know my first name? This was this. My name is Squish Squall. How did you know? Stevie.
Fish and Squall.
Okay.
Your secret first names are coming out. We have Stevie and Squish.
We're all S names.
Squish.
What are you, Chestnut? Soy milk?
Soy milk? Why would I be soy milk? Soy milk? I'm soy milk chestnut? What am I, a vegan's dream?
No, you use Japanese naming conventions, so you're Chestnut Soy Milk.
Oh, there you go.
Would I be chestnut milk?
Starbucks.
Just call me barista. I don't even know.
But barista doesn't start with an S.
Yes, so that's. Alright.
Yes, I'm Starbucks chestnut.
It's probably something like Samantha or something.
I'm
like,
soy
you know,
milk
so-
chestnut. Yes, I'm soylent chestnut. I am.
Squash
You
chestnut.
guys get to the roof.
Soy nut.
Takes me 1 minute to cast as a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force springs into existence around and above you and remains
Can
stationary
people
for the
see
duration.
inside it?
No.
You can make it opaque.
hmm It's like the thing from Harry Potter, the spell that they use, and they look through it.
Made it not. Okay. We had like a clear.
Oh yeah, it's completely
Creatures-
his choice. You can make it
Yeah,
clear or not.
The spell. Okay,
I
yeah.
was going to say pleasure dome, but that's
Creatures and
not-
objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, move freely through it. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or cast through it. The atmosphere inside the space is comfortable and dry regardless of the weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to become dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside of any color you choose, but it is transparent from the inside.
so cool.
Oh, cool. So you can see through no matter what. I forgot about that
Yeah.
part.
Okay, so we're gonna go up to the roof to wait it out in our dome. I think this is a great idea. We can all see out. We can, talk about our feelings and how we really feel about some of you becoming kings and some of you getting engaged. It's just time we have these conversations. And also, we still have to talk about someone's reaping. So,
If he says he
Someone
doesn't
should-
remember, we're not going to magically make him remember by asking him over and over again.
Someone should perhaps probably try to find Orion. I think he is like lost
He's
somewhere.
just been walking behind you guys, glaring at him.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he like wandered off or something. Like he's
We just
sometimes.
Pulled his sword against a small child, and Vansel like, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, maybe we keep like children away from these person. But
I don't know if there's a lot of children here.
I think they hold all the beads
There
are
are currently
filled with
2 children
shit.
here.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Making-
yes.
making sure,
Wait, how many of us are there?
children?
7.
There's okay, so I can only hold 9. So I think we have
So don't
we're
dispel
good,
any
right?
more of those beads right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So let's hatch the rest of our children when we get back to the boat, okay?
This is fair.
Hatch.
Plus, like these are like
Well, I mean,
Future-
Maybe she's a good donkey and we just didn't know.
these are like future adventures. Like these could be our next lives. Like maybe they end up in like Baldur's Gate or something and end up going.
Maybe she
descending
turns
into
into a
Avernus.
frog. Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yep, for reasons that do
I
not
love
matter to
that.
anything. This is in the future from Baldur's Gate 3.
okay. Is it set up now? Because I'm going to go in and start making it homely.
No, yes, it's already homely. Like there's like pillows on the ground and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm going to go in and start like
Why are
fluffing
you
the
going to
pillows.
make it
And,
uglier?
not that kind of homely.
You mean
Other-
homely?
Yeah, I do.
Alright.
Yeah, it's prime sleepover
You
sleeping.
need these other objects from the throne room. I can go get them.
Why would we need those?
I don't know, I'm just asking you. Trying to help you make sure everything's the way you want it. They appear to be odd pieces. I'm sure they'll fetch a pretty coin.
Yes, let's get
You're
them.
acting very awkward. I'm just asking if you want loot.
Let's get the loot. I don't
Be
mean
back.
the loot. The loot. Go get the crap.
He comes back and hands you a loot.
Thank you. I did want one of those. I'm my back. I am not proficient in that.
Alright, you guys are in a tent. You will definitely get the benefits of long rest, no argument there. But as your 8 hours pass... What to have happen?
We're gonna get a dream friend visit.
Oh,
What would
great.
happen? What would happen if I unattuned to Snicker Snack? Would that be like a bad thing?
He
Would he
may
get
be
mad at me?
angry and offended.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think if that Rod of Lordly Might would be better for me or Chestnut. I mean, probably Chestnut. It seems like she can use.
Just doesn't even
Everything.
use the things she has.
I know, right? Yeah. So
The main thing that makes me think Chestnut is that plus 10 on battering things down, because that
Yeah,
makes you
well,
have,
and,
what,
like-
athletics of plus 20
I mean,
something.
even if she goes around hitting it people with it as a rod, she can drain life. She can paralyze them. She can terrify them. She could turn it into a battle axe, a spear, a fire sword. Yeah, no, I think that's what I said. I think it's pretty
Fine.
cool. I don't see the battering ram thing. Let's see.
Bonk.
Oh no, never mind. If you press button 5, use a plus 10 bonus to strength checks made to break through doors. Yeah, we'll just let her keep it. I like Squall and Snicker Snack's relationship. I don't want to get rid of it.
Relationship.
It just until Squall misses 3 times and Snicker Snack
Stop it.
disowns him. I love you have to like convince him to get like, I promise I'm not worthless. I just miss sometimes.
So you guys are resting. It's a long rest.
Mhm.
As the day grows brighter, roll perception.
We're literally on the roof baking in this bubble.
I'll let everyone else say theirs first.
26.
What?
Just I got 11.
Oh. I rolled a natural 18 plus 12 for 30.
Congratulations. Anyone who gets over 20, you hear a strange burbling sound.
Oh, fuck. Snicker Snack's enemy is coming back to claim him.
You look up and you see a form fly overhead
I was joking.
that you all recognize.
Is this Jabberwocky?
It is the Jabberwocky. I am prepared for battle. I calculate the rest of you surviving's chances in the double digits.
But, definitely me. Like, we survive because we will cut the head off of that dragon.
It is important that you
Why
should think
would-
that.
Why are we going to attack the Jabberwocky?
No one said you had to attack the Jabberwocky. I'm giving our chances of accuracy and success. Didn't you fight
Hasn't
the
done
Jabberwocky
anything
last time?
No.
No,
Sort
we
of.
actually fought the redhead instead. She's like a dragon, though. She's very fiery and, gets mad at people and tries to eat them or something. I don't know. You have to ask Orcus. He knows.
You guys see it flying overhead.
Is there someone riding it?
Nope. And Squall, you notice something else that I'm going to give you. Because you rolled higher. The sky is filled with clouds. Roiling, crackling. You see lightning bolts emitting from them. Nowhere near you guys, just, like lightning coming down. Natural storm. As you look around and you see the castle you're standing on top of. Everywhere around it rises mountains. Purplish blue and gray. Rain begins to fall gently. You're fine, you're in your dome. And as you look around and the rain falls and it causes a fog, the forest that was all around you recedes. Roll. Let's see. Let's say intelligence. Intelligence/history, everyone can roll.
Natural 1.
You got 13?
Yeah.
I
I
also got a 13. 9 plus 4.
Who would like the advantage that Vansel provides? Because I don't have NPCs roll stuff.
I got a natural 1 minus 1.
I have a plus 4 to history. That's all I got. What about
Everyone
you,
you,
have
else
Nick?
roll?
I
You smart,
have
there's-
I have one in history. So
I shall take it then. I rolled an 11, so that's 15. I rolled 2 better than I hit before.
Your brain
Plus-
clicks as Vansel says, "Doesn't this place look familiar?" And you're like, "It doesn't look that familiar to you."
You forget they had memory loss and it's all coming back.
You have a memory of a place like this. You weren't here long. Almost immediately you were struck by a tornado. And you know that the next thing after that you were in the Palace of Heart's Desire.
Mhm. Do I see flower friend somewhere? Like
No.
bees and flowers? No. Okay.
You are on top of the exact same castle you climbed. It's not anything different. As you just look around, you'll, to your knowledge, as far as you can tell, you are in Yan.
I think we like traveled somehow. I don't know what we did, but perhaps this was not us. Maybe it was. And if it was, then we would probably be in.
The dragon's still up there.
It circles and flies around and then flies off. It wasn't like circling you guys. It was just in the sky.
Perhaps this is a place where wedding happens. It's very beautiful. I would say that I would probably get married here. It's
Yeah,
quite
as I
nice.
recall, the Motherhorn is a very big venue.
Yes, Mother's Horn is whatever that is, but it sounds nice. Like what is Motherhorn? Is this like wedding venue
A
or
large amphitheater. It was owned by the Hag. I'm not sure what's become of it now.
which hag? Like one we killed or the one that got away?
Which one got
Like-
away again?
Well, there was one with crank on back, like that one's dead. There was
No,
one
we
that
got
had
that
like
one.
frog, like head frog.
We got that
zits.
one.
Yeah, those two are dead. But there was like the
it's
other
the
one
other
that like I don't remember.
that had like
they were-
a carousel on there.
I can
Skirt or
genuinely
something.
not say if they are alive or not. I don't remember. Although I don't know why I would have more knowledge than the rest of you, so I'm not sure why I'm talking authoritatively. Yes, that one is the one that ruled over this place. Hence why we never really encountered her.
That's fair. That makes sense.
But she is the one that sent me to Bavlona that led to my foul deal and ending up in that cage you all freed me from.
We
Good
did
times.
that, yes. Yes, when you didn't have pants, and we gave you pants.
Everyone's obsessed with me not having clothes. I don't know what to tell you. I'm
You
sorry
made
I
a
am
very
that pretty.
big deal about it when we first met.
So sad.
You were
Are
like,
you all
everybody's
talking about not
looking
having
there.
pants? The dwarf girl asks. It's not important. They're very weird. And on that note, we'll pick up next week. Thank you all for joining us. Apologies there was no massive fights, but everyone actually got into the story and talked with each other. Did not resort to violence. It was amazing. And we'll...
Talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a wedding, and
The coup.
Oh no, we haven't had the wedding yet, or the coup. We've
We've
just set them up.
we've rescued a kid.
That's probably for future us.
So now we got another kid following us around. So great.
Yep.
Yes, for
This
the
one-
record,
this
there
one's
are
impressionable.
541 beads.
Oof, that's going to take a few days for me to get through.
We
all
could
of
have a
those.
kid army of children. We just,
I like
they're
your
not
I don't
smart,
like how
automatic.
so
you,
they'll do
I don't like how you think, just
And on that note,
we
we'll
can
see
have
you
an
all next
army
week,
of meat
folks.
shields.
Yeah.